man. I've been in the middle of doing a bunch of shit, and you're not even.
Hey, I'm gonna go buy headphones when I'm out. Then I'm like, forget.
Yeah, that's what happens. Can we all hear each other?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, are we good? I'm gonna try to sit less close
the
to
groove
the
is
mic
in the heart.
today. Groove is in the heart.
You are?
Yeah, I find that
I feel that I'm distant when I'm too far. Like out here, it starts to get.
You're always the one who sounds the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sound
but
good.
that's the problem.
I sound tin canny.
I'm super warm.
You're
and
the
then,
host. You're supposed to sound the best.
Yeah, but I would like you guys to sound as good as I do. Oh, hey, did we do a clap sync?
No.
You want to do the honors? Nice, nicely done.
I don't know what you would call that, but the
What?
critique, I
Critique?
guess, from their first episode from my friends. They said that they said I don't talk enough. I'm like, I feel
don't
like I dominate the conversation.
No, not at all, man.
Yeah, no, I think you were in, but I felt like I talked too much.
No. I thought, honestly.
Well, you're the host. You're supposed to lead the conversation.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't want to take it over. Like, I don't want to be the guy who's in there just like
No, but
going
you
to
can
fucking
steer it, though.
town.
You can steer
I'm
it,
trying
right?
to. That's the goal. I mean, like this time I brought notes.
Yeah.
Because usually I end up like going off and doing weird tangents.
I'm going to let my phone charge a bit, and then I'm going to bring it back, because having it at my disposal was nice.
as well. You
last
should.
time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was all right.
Huh?
Give it.
It's not bad. It healed up okay. Like, honestly, I think the areas that don't have ink is where he never even tattooed.
Show us.
Because, like...
Not us. Us.
Oh.
Camera
'cause
us.
This is a trial run experience with a palm tattoo.
Yeah.
I think the ink actually, like, splatters under the skin.
Yeah,
And...
You mean like it
Yeah.
explodes in the skin?
Well, bleeds out. In a way, bleeds out. Like, it's blurry on this side. Like, you see that?
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I think as he's doing it, like, it was all jet black. Brand new. But
When
that's
we
probably
first saw it,
because-
it was really dark.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I think the actual ink that he's put in is just what's left. Which, I mean, I actually don't mind the way it looks.
Wow, buddy. Have you been eating, or you ate too much?
Puppy monkey baby.
I think those are his,
Kickstart. Is that
Oh.
the Mountain Dew Kickstart?
yeah,
The Kickstart.
the
huh?
nightmare,
Puppy monkey baby.
the nightmare
I
monster.
hate that thing so
Puppy
much.
monkey baby.
I just think it's like three things that are so good alone
They've taken three
I
really
don't.
cute things and turned them into a monster.
into a horrible,
into a
monster.
horrible monster.
That thing is terrifying.
It makes me so happy.
I've seen it many
The,
times.
the puppy monkey baby makes you happy.
Yeah, it does.
Or the
Okay, the words-
concept of the stuff. That stuff is happy. That is good stuff.
It's a combination of the fact that this stuff is awesome.
I wasn't
and
even
the
using
commercial
English.
is very good.
Yeah,
the words roll together
Puppy
very
monkey
well.
baby.
It does.
Like if you had a
Puppy
a
monkey
puppy,
baby.
a monkey, and a baby in a room,
Yeah.
that would be adorable.
We are.
Not a genetic monster.
Can we use any of that? Because like, I'm talking a lot of shit about that stuff, and you're.
But we're not really actually
Just-
specifying what it's.
I didn't say what it was.
You just said three words together.
Puppy monkey baby. Is that copyright? Do you think they copyrighted Puppy monkey baby?
We'll find out if they give us shit for this.
Actually, audio is more is less fair play,
fair use.
fair use.
Audio is?
Yeah, like you can't even
Audio.
hum a tune.
Oh, I kind of sang it. That was a problem. I should be like puppy monkey baby.
Well, you spoke of a puppy, a monkey,
Yes.
and a baby.
And simply that combining
I
the
did
three
sing it and dance
creates
at
a
the same
genetic
time.
monster.
I don't know if that really works out.
Borderline copyright infringement.
I don't think we'll have too
I
much to
don't
worry
know.
about.
As long as you're not using a what is it? It's a chord progression, right? Led Zeppelin won that lawsuit.
It has to be what, 4 chords? Puppy monkey baby.
You can
I
hum a
don't-
song long enough and get in trouble for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. Like Merv Griffin used to do that on talk shows.
Oh, really?
He went to the Tonight Show and he hummed Jeopardy. He's like, "Well, now you owe me money because like I'm the copyright holder for
Oh.
that song, for the Jeopardy theme song."
Oh, weird.
And then they owed him money for it.
Oh, I've heard
Yeah.
there's been a lot of issues on YouTube lately with people not properly and experienced YouTubers not understanding what fair play is anymore because
Yeah.
it's constantly changing on them.
I mean,
They're
that's
having
one
videos.
of those things.
They're
man.
getting videos
Was it
like
that,
flagged.
the very last David Letterman or Jay Leno where they just went off? Oh, it was like Conan O'Brien. Where he kind of got screwed the first time and they're
Yeah.
throwing him out.
Right.
He went on and played like Beatles and all this other shit for the last.
Really?
Every time someone came up, he was just like, "Hey, oh, I guess I can't sing it." But
Yeah,
like,
we can't do it here.
It was all Beatles and stuff.
Like theme music.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So things that you shouldn't be able to use.
yeah, so
he
like
just went to town on it.
NBC wouldn't have to cut a check for $7 billion
Good for him.
because they used all the most expensive.
Good for him.
songs.
He was dropping the big FU to NBC at the end there, though.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Team
but
Coco,
they
buddy.
deserved it, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
Team Coco.
Yeah, Team Coco.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Conan. I don't know if you're watching this shit,
Yeah.
but we're all over you, man.
I know you don't care about shitty podcasts like ours.
Yeah. Nobody's watching.
Yeah. No.
Nobody's. I mean, we got. The first one, I was surprised we got over 100. I didn't think we would. The second one, where I nerded out with Raji, like 40.
That was a bit long.
It was long.
I had to do 2 sits.
Yeah.
To get through that.
You did have to do it too because we went on a weird,
It
like
was-
the
it was
rabbit
a bit
hole,
long.
man.
Yeah, it was a
That
bit
rabbit
long.
hole.
Yeah.
When
I was
saw,
I
long,
still
too.
enjoyed it, but it was because I learned a lot of stuff, and I don't, I'm out of touch with a lot of the older comic book stuff. So there's
Yeah.
certain stuff I followed and certain stuff I didn't, so.
There was some real rabbit hole going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of copyright and Led Zeppelin winning, did you guys hear the whole Star Trek thing?
No.
Okay, I
Oh,
was talking
yes.
about Axonar. It was called Axonar. Battle of Axanar?
I don't know. I just heard about how like there's all these rules CBS has put out, so no one
lot,
can.
man.
Basically, you can't make an independent Star Trek movie.
They were
on
doing
the
those.
internet,
Yeah,
on
that's what you
YouTube.
said.
Yeah, they were doing those serials for a little bit there.
Yeah.
What is that, John Cena?
That is that's Jose Capitao.
Hey, Jose.
Oh yeah, where's Jose now?
Jose's here.
Oh, thank
I
God.
invited him to see Central Intelligence tonight, and he said no.
I don't want to go to that movie.
He texted me and he's like, "Hey man, let's do something." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm at the podcast, so you can stop by and hang around the podcast."
Yeah.
He should,
Yeah.
man.
Or
He's a good dude.
if you're busy right now, we'll just hit a movie afterwards. He's like, "Nah, sorry, I can't go." I'm like, well, "You asked me to do something."
Well, tell him
man.
to come here now.
Man,
I did.
so
He said no.
well, now he's listening to this and he's going to know that he was referenced.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you think he actually listened to this?
Well, I don't think he
It's
listens to
pretty
anything.
comic book movie nerdish for his.
Yeah, he's
But
not really.
he can
into
support
that.
it.
Okay,
Honestly-
so anyway, Axanar.
Okay.
Okay, the lawsuit thing.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. We'll talk
Okay,
about him
so
later on. No, but we like him.
Axanar was the movie or the
That
short?
was okay. So it was a short done by a lot of guys who were involved with Star Trek.
Okay.
And so I guess the guy we talked about this already. I think you, me, and Monster did in that one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So anyway, the guy who did it was not a producer, but he's like a line producer or something like that. I don't know exactly what he was, but he did it with Tony Todd. Tony
wow.
Todd was involved, and a few other Star Trek guys were involved in that
Yeah.
thing. Again, I'm too close to the mic. So a few other guys were involved in that thing, right? Like actual Star Trek guys, and it was so good. Like production value was just phenomenal on this thing,
Yeah.
and the storyline was something people wanted to watch. And Star Trek, like Paramount, got pissed.
Well, CBS.
Was it CBS?
CBS.
or CBS and Paramount?
CBS has put out the rules.
Yeah.
Like the list of here's the 10 or 15 things you cannot
The
do.
commandments.
It's ridiculous. There's actually a solid list of it can't be this long, can't be this short.
15 minutes.
You got to have this. No
So
one
you can
who's-
still do Star Trek.
No.
Just you have to
No.
do within the rules.
you can't say Star Trek. You can't have anything to do with Star Trek. You can allude
Is that
to
is
it.
that part of, like you can
Yeah.
allude to, but you can't
It
reference
can
it?
be slightly referenced. It's like you can't have anybody that you can't even have a key grip that was on there for one day working
Yeah.
on it. You can't have anybody affiliated with current movies or television shows or past.
So this is just Star Trek, or that the Power Rangers one they did, is that the same problem?
No, I don't. Why did they?
Well,
kibosh that?
They got in trouble. For
They
that.
got in trouble.
Yeah.
They settled that though. It's out there now.
Yeah, it's still out
It's
there.
back
But yeah,
up.
they got. I think didn't they have to censor it a tiny bit? They had to edit it.
I don't know exactly what it was,
I
but
thought
they
that-
had some.
I thought that
like,
was because it
Saban-
was too violent. They were upset with how violent.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is called. They don't want you to make money off our idea or our.
Yeah,
our
it can't be
property.
serialized. So all those
Yeah.
guys who did that, like that Star Trek, like After Trek, whatever it was called.
Well, it'd be like that Darth Maul short that I watched. That by the way, it was awesome.
That's really good.
But it'd be like them getting in trouble for that
Mhm.
Yeah.
because they have Darth Maul, they have Jedis, they have all this stuff. They can't. They
But
would
didn't Lucasfilm didn't they give certain graces? For
They give a
canon?
lot of
They-
good
they
graces.
do, but
They're
that's
really
what
good
I'm
about
saying.
that.
An author,
Yeah.
not affiliated with Lucasfilms or any of the owners at all, can
Mhm.
write a story.
Well,
And
yeah,
get
the
it canon.
fan fiction,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he can get it.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is
And
there.
use Star Wars.
It would be like
Yeah.
them doing the same thing to those guys, like shutting it down, saying you can't make this without.
So this is just Star Trek.
Yeah.
This is just Star Trek. Yeah.
And it's just
Paramount's been really
CBS
hard.
or Paramount. They're probably. I mean,
Good
I
way
think
to
it's
lose fans.
both or whatnot.
well, it's
Good
the
way to
same
lose fans, I
company
think.
affiliation.
Well, I think the way, like, I was kind of loosely reading.
CBS is a television
Kind of reading
channel.
about it. CBS and Paramount share the rights, right?
Yeah.
But like Paramount is making movies and CBS does all the shows.
Well, yeah, wasn't CBS like didn't Star Trek originally air on CBS
Yeah.
when it first came out? So they have the
They have all the TV rights.
properties.
I think it's got a lot to do with like Fox with Batman.
Yeah.
Like how Fox has all the Batman rights, but Warner Brothers owns Batman, so they can make the movies.
Oh, okay.
So Batman can be in any Warner movie, and Fox can do the TV shows, but Warner can't do like a TV show. That's why he wasn't on Arrow. Like I think Arrow was supposed to be Batman first, but because it was CW, they're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. He
I'm
never showed up in
amazed
Smallville
They haven't done a live action Batman TV show yet. How have
in a
you not?
while, yeah.
Well, oh yeah.
Well, they did. The
I mean,
In a while, buddy.
They
I
did
know.
A real one.
They had Birds of Prey, which you never saw Batman, but he was referenced.
He was in it. Yeah,
That's-
what?
yeah, he was in it a
never
couple
in it?
times.
That's
Yeah,
about as
in,
relevant
like the
as
first
him.
episode, Batman's in it.
That was a decent show.
Yeah, it was good.
I never saw
It was on the level of like Buffy season 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
was
was
it?
a little campy, but it was I watched it. It was
I enjoyed it.
It was
Yeah.
a watchable show.
I totally agree.
Well, then that makes even more of a reason why they
They
should have
had
done a Batman show.
That Dana Myers chick from Stormtroopers.
Yeah, she's Oracle.
She's Oracle.
Yeah, she's Batgirl.
Who was Dana Myers, the hot redhead?
The hot
Dina
red-
Myers, the hot
The
redhead.
good one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She played
The
Oracle.
one who dies who shouldn't have died.
Yeah.
in
She was,
Stormtroopers, yeah.
she was Batgirl. Yeah, Oracle.
Yeah.
Really?
After she gets shot by Joker and kills
Batgirl or Batwoman?
Batgirl.
She should have been Batwoman.
She was Oracle.
I think she would have been a.
She would have been, but
Page-wise?
there was no Batwoman.
Yeah, because Joker.
Well, there
Joker
wasn't the one
shoots
we're
her.
talking about.
Joker
Oh.
shoots her and she ends up paralyzed.
Oh, so time frame wise, there was no Batwoman yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's way in the future. Like Huntress is still around. She's like 20. Batman's daughter.
Yeah.
Or Catwoman's daughter, whatever you want. to
Both
call
of
it.
them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think in them, it's Catwoman's daughter because Batman's not really involved.
Yeah.
So you consider it Catwoman's daughter. But yeah, she's 20 something, so it's well along into the future. Batman's not
it
around.
is very like Earth 2 Man, we're gonna do that rabbit hole shit again. It
No.
is very Earth 2 Batman. Notes out the window, man. I'm trying so hard today.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was only one season, I think. It didn't get continued.
Yeah, I don't know if it even made
was-
one
well,
full season,
yeah,
but it was
it
really
was-
good.
it was fun.
Regardless, there's enough evidence. Irregardless.
You would like that. You're a Pusher guy there. The guy who directed Drive, Nicholas Winding Refn,
Yeah.
or Winding. Yeah, he wants to do a Batgirl movie.
Oh, that would be so messed
be
up.
awesome. It'd
That
be
would
messed
be,
up.
that would be the
Batwoman.
most.
Batgirl.
I think Batgirl's more dynamic than Batwoman.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
she's got
more
Batwoman's
going
Yeah,
such a...
Batwoman's pretty dynamic, man. She's a
Well,
lesbian.
I mean, Batgirl's got more going on.
Like,
She's
they're-
more involved with the different
Yeah.
characters. She's got more going on.
Okay, yeah,
she gets
it-
paralyzed by
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
She's further down the rabbit hole than Batwoman's kind of like.
And could you imagine like a Nicholas Winding, whatever his name is, Refn, like Killing Joke? That cartoon's coming out, but if you did a
Oh,
live
dude,
action,
if he did
Have
a
you
Killing
seen the
Joke,
trailers for that?
that looks
yeah.
like madness.
I'm trying not to watch
Crazy.
them, but I did. I
Mark
had to.
Hamill,
I watched one.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
When is that coming out?
Soon.
Yeah. Very
Okay, so
soon.
Killing Joke
It's
is
filmed already. It's finished. Yeah.
okay. So they're just
Well,
releasing.
I would say
it.
filmed, but it's drawn.
Animated. It's completely
It's
done.
completely,
Yeah. The film is complete.
Yeah, I
Rated
looked,
R.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
The first
excited.
one. Well, it's the first legit one because like that Return of the Joker director's cut was rated R, but it wasn't like legit.
Return of the Joker.
Did you ever see that Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker?
Oh,
Yeah,
I did. Yeah,
nice.
I did.
There's a director's cut that is really good. It's got a lot more action, a lot more violence. They show like animated blood. I think it might have been the first one that really did it for DC.
Well, Dark Knight does too, right? Like that's Dark Knight Part 1 and 2. The cartoon.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is
this-
like almost 20 years ago. Well, maybe not 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
What? That's PG-13 or is it rated R as well?
It's PG-13,
It's
but
pretty good 13 though.
yeah, it's
And
a
then
hard.
what
it's a
about-
I mean,
hard
like
13.
there's that Nazi chick with the swastikas over her
over
nipples.
titties. Yeah.
I wonder, like,
That's hardcore for PG-13.
I wonder if it was. I don't think it was R. I think look it up. I think
She had a
Killing
catchy-
Joke is the first R-rated one.
She had a funny name too, like a cool name. What was her name? Like it was
The
like
Nazi chick?
Yeah, she was like the commie Nazi or something
Yeah.
stupid like that.
No, it was like
She was like number 2. Yeah.
Sister Swastika. Like it was something dumb.
something
man.
weird.
Seriously,
Yeah,
like,
something really campy, weird. Like
Are you looking it up?
I like
Yeah,
Sister
yeah.
Swastika. That's good.
That
I'm
would
good
be
with
a super sweet grunge era, all female like punk
Punk
grunge,
band.
like L7
Sister
era.
Swastika. Yeah,
Sister Swastika, and like they would just play like L7 type music.
just the dirtiest,
Oh, yeah.
grungy
Yeah,
punk music.
yeah, it would be awesome.
They
It would
use
be-
drills. There's a lot of drill sounds.
Just
in the
imagine
background.
that. That's an awesome band name.
Somewhere out there, you've inspired like an all-girl grunge punk band. If you're out there,
Grunge revival, yeah.
copyright, trademark.
Yep, it's mine. I'm
It's
now
you.
your manager.
Handsome Dan.
Send me your
Yeah,
money.
Handsome
Is that
Dan
your
the
manager?
manager. Oh man, that's totally a greasy manager's name. Oh yeah, it's Handsome
Handsome,
Dan.
it's Handsome Dan.
Handsome Dan the manager.
We should mention it's Handsome Dan and Southside Strangler here today.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
Yep.
Southside Strangler at southsidestrangler.com.
And
Or
Handsome Dan.
That just no .com.
At
Well, it's on Instagram.
I gotta get that
Southside
Twitter
Stringer.
thing going. I don't know what's going on.
I have a
with
Twitter,
that.
but I have yet to use
Me
it.
too.
I don't know how I'm going to.
I've been using it more. I found that I was doing a real shitty job right
Well-
now of being promotional.
Well, that would be for me is where I would do more link posting
Yeah.
for this, like
Yeah,
just out there, and then if it's affiliated with your Instagram and whatever else. But
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot more fun if we got like hardcore on board with
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, again,
There's
I should be
another little,
leading the charge, which I suck
Conan
at.
O'Brien voiced the guy that Joker kills in the interview.
Yeah, he's the
Conan O'Brien.
Letterman version.
yeah, I knew that was him. I knew it was him. Yeah.
You know what I missed? I missed in the comic book how when he's the old lady in
Yeah.
the store, when the Sister Swastika shows up,
Yeah.
how he says, 7-Eleven's got this for $2.99. But in this, like, they say something else, like 1312's got this. It's something weird he says.
Maybe there's a reason. 'Cause
Oh,
you
I
know
was
they throw
mad,
hidden
man.
stuff in like that, though. Right?
Yeah. I was really anticipating him saying that. Like, I was really waiting for the 7-Eleven moment,
Yeah.
and he didn't say it. I felt cheated.
I was blown. It's funny just watching that. I was like,
It's really good.
Forgetting that was him under that. Like he dressed up in stupid costumes in,
Yeah.
in that era.
That version of Batman does a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
I like that version of Batman.
Yeah, me too.
He's good. I didn't like it when Jim Lee and Frank Miller did it again in that Batman and Robin comic, where he's like, "I'm the goddamn Batman." Remember that one?
No.
Like pre-52, pre-New 52.
Okay.
He's Batman and Robin, and it's like a retelling of the origin of Wonder Boy or Boy Wonder Boy.
I think I was reading those
Wonder
too.
Bread there. It's the origin of Wonder Bread.
I was getting really crazy into DC when that first 52 came out. I don't know why. I really wanted to read it.
the
It
New
was
52.
the first time, not the time like they do it and then they go all the way backwards and now there's a new one, right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the
original.
gap when they jumped the gap in that the actual comic 52.
The original 52 with Booster Gold coming back in time.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
really
reading
good.
like Batman and extra like Justice League stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I never. used
They
to read
had
that stuff.
they had done a really good job of tying the 1 year gap together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not too bad at all.
And I really almost
I'm
didn't
not gonna lie to
completely
you.
understand what's going on.
Finally found out the name. I was a bit disappointed. Her name is Bruno.
Bruno.
Is that all it is?
Yeah,
God
Bruno,
damn
because
it.
she had henchmen. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're gonna call her Sister Swastika.
Sister Swastika.
From now
Sister
on.
Swastika.
Her new name is Sister Swastika.
That is a badass name.
That is a badass
Like
name.
I wouldn't like. I don't even consider it like a racism thing. That'd be badass to say if I knew a chick that was her name.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's Sister Swastika.
Sister
Like,
Swastika.
really? Oh yeah.
She's like totally not racist.
Yeah. She's the anti-racist.
She's the anti-racist.
Pretty hardcore for PG-13 though.
That really is. Was it? Did
Yeah.
you check that out? It was
Big titties and a
PG-13.
crew cut. Yeah, that's epic.
That's Dolph Lundgren tits.
Yeah, man. That's
Well, it's Bridget.
oh
totally
yeah,
Bridget
Bridget
Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Bridget Nielsen, man.
Dude,
Oh, it's so much
imagine
more
if they
bad. So
imagine
much worse now.
if they made a live
It's so
action,
much worse.
if they could still get Bridget Nielsen to do that,
She's big enough.
and she
she's
would,
the right age.
She would look terrifying
Oh,
because
yeah.
she's old and worn out.
She is scary looking right now. I mean, a wonderful lady.
Yes, I'm sure.
Carry that.
Come at me, Bridget.
No, man,
No,
want
don't do
you
it.
don't want that. I
That
had
is
that once.
You don't want that.
No, man.
that is not a broad you want mad at you,
You will
man.
die.
No, she can't move around too good no more.
Yeah, no, I think she'll
Maybe.
stab you.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think it's a
she'll-
matter of like movement.
No.
She'll get in close and
She'll
just
get
shank
like,
you.
Flavor Flav will come up and be like, "What you seen in my woman?"
Yeah,
She'll
man.
smoke you that clock.
Is that
and then
is that
she will-
are they even a thing anymore?
I think they're still married. Yeah.
Are they still? Did they actually get married?
They were married, and then they did the stupid TV show. Then they did like all reality shows. It made problems, but I think now they're back being normal human beings and not on TV.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
actually possible for either of them to be normal human beings. I feel like there's nothing that do that would ever be normal. Those two,
Flavor Flav and
Bridget Nielsen.
Bridget Nielsen.
How would anything they would do be normal ever?
they can't go anywhere.
They're probably a lot
No.
lamer than at the house. They're just like eating pancakes.
I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
they're
really
eating
regular.
pancakes covered in prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Well,
Every
hey,
morning,
no, come
just-
on now. She went and saw that Dr. Drew and he fixed her because that's what he does. TV doctors always make you
Yeah.
better.
PG-13.
I heard that.
PG-13, yeah.
I heard
Dr.
that's
Phil
true.
fixes more problems than he solves,
Mhm.
and he is a real doctor.
Yep.
No, I think he actually is a real doctor. And he's got that one
But
man.
maybe-
Okay, that's a
I think he
guilty
was
pleasure
a
of
real
mine.
doctor. Now he's like a Fraser Crane doctor.
Well, yeah, probably. But I mean, I'm sure at one point he was.
Have you
a
not seen
real
Fraser?
guy.
He's got problems.
Fraser Crane has a lot
Fraser-
of problems.
Actually,
Yeah.
well,
Now-
Fraser's like your favorite show for a
Fra-
long
I
time.
love
Fraser
Fraser.
Crane or actor.
I think Fraser.
Kelsey
the
Grammer.
character.
Kelsey Grammer.
The character.
I think Kelsey Grammer's not that crazy.
I don't think
No.
he's crazy at all. I think he's.
I
Probably
think he's
pretty-
got tiny
pretty-
because one time he just yelled at somebody, fell off the stage or something.
No, he fell off the stage and he kind of went old man angry at everything.
'Cause
Like
he ran.
he was
He was
mad at
embarrassed.
everything.
He
And
was
I think it was at like Disney or something like that too. Like he was doing
I
a little
think a
thing at
university
Disney.
or something. Yeah, he was doing like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he fell down. He's like, "Oh my God,
he got angry. So
my dear Lord, I have fallen."
He was probably
get off my lawn.
He was probably embarrassed.
He's gonna shoot you for touching his El Camino. Wasn't? Well, no, it wasn't El Camino. Was it El Camino?
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. That was the name of the movie. God,
I don't like that movie.
Fuck you and your stupid face. All right.
Why? What? Like?
how could you not like?
why
that
didn't he
movie?
go in and?
What do you
And
not like
kill
about
everyone.
an hour of? Because he doesn't want to be guilty.
Yeah, man.
What?
He's
makes
making a
them do
stand for the neighborhood, and he's got nothing to live for anyway.
No,
well,
he's
got
already-
the,
he's-
the
he's
Korean
already
kid.
Yeah,
Well,
but he done
I got
He'll
the
never be
point of
attached
the
to the
movie
little
and all that
Vietnamese kid.
stuff, but I
Was he
just-
Vietnamese, Korean?
I understand the purpose of the movie. I have nothing wrong with that.
But not
acting.
your cup of tea.
I just
I can watch Angry Old Man all day long.
Yeah, man. I can watch Angry Clint all day long.
Yeah, I don't tire of that. Like
Yeah.
Unforgiven is essentially Angry Old Man.
yeah, but he gets the job done. He doesn't die like a bitch.
He also
That,
gets
okay, is that
job
your
done.
biggest beef?
Come on, he pulls a
that's part of it.
hand pistol on a couple of homies and they get scared.
It's part of
That's
my
old man
beef.
crazy.
It's part of my beef, but I get why he did it because he's like, well, I'm a miserable old piece of crap. I might as well just die for these kids so these gangbangers can.
What was the British, like not the remake, but the British version with Michael Caine? Hello.
Oh man, that was
I'm,
good.
I'm angry.
My name is
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
What was the one where it's like Harry something, isn't it?
Yeah.
God damn, I can't remember.
Google box. Use your Google box.
That's actually something else. I forgot to get rid of that.
Oh my
was-
god,
that
that
wasn't-
movie.
that's a gross
That
show.
movie was
Wasn't
amazing.
That was really good.
It was so good. He killed all those horrible little British bastards.
Who's Harry Crumb?
No? Come on now. Who is Harry Crow?
It's Harry something.
It's the guy's name,
Yeah, it's his name.
and he literally does the same thing, but he kills them.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to deal with these little muggers in my neighborhood. and
I
he
think that
kills
was
them
also
all.
the people were maybe expecting Clint to just kill them all at the end, and
Yeah.
it didn't. They were a little bit surprised.
Well, I didn't expect him to go into gun battle. I didn't want that. By the end of the movie, I'm like, this is annoying, and
You wanted like a quiet Punisher version of Clint.
I don't, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
in
man,
their
Clint
house.
would be such a good Punisher.
Or just have a,
Old Man Punisher?
yeah,
Old
That'd be
Man
good.
Punisher.
Not as good as Dolph.
Old Man Castle.
Old Man Castle.
Yeah.
That's what he'd be.
Man,
Tired
let's start writing
old-
that. Let's like.
We'll just write Old Man Castle.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
man.
all brainstorm it.
We
I'll
could
draw it. It'll
We'll
be great.
draw him like Clint with black hair, just like that.
We could
a little salt and pepper.
We'd
maybe.
have to
He
get
would have been. I mean, do you think? I don't know. Like, was it?
Well, here's the thing. I'm all I can think about for me is like I've probably watched High Plains Drifter like 10 times.
That is my favorite Clint Eastwood
So
movie of all time.
I see that, and then
Heartbreak Ridge, buddy.
oh, that's pretty good too.
That is good, but High Plains Drifter
Sweet, non-stop.
for crazy supernatural.
Sweet.
I'm gonna tear off your head and shit down your neck. Was that what he says to him? Shit down your
So you want me
throat.
to go back into solitary? No, you're running with the rest of them.
That
was
is a
the
good
best.
movie.
Got nothing
Oh,
but
man.
one-liners. the whole
Okay, I'll
way
give you
through.
this. That is the best Clint Army movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Another,
High Plains
another
Drifter.
terrible ending where they go to war in like Cuba or some stupid shit at the end.
No,
It was like a-
it was like it wasn't like a training exercise. It was kind of like a training exercise, but they sent them in because there was hostages.
Yeah, there was
like
live fire. It was,
Yeah,
it was like a negotiation
It
thing.
wasn't Cuba. It was like the thing at the time.
They had some rebels.
The what was that in South America? That one thing. It's like their version of the Corto Maltese.
Oh,
How in
okay.
DC Comics they always have the Corto Maltese. That's in Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
That's where they have the nuke.
Yes,
It was like their version of the the
Yeah.
real world
But
version of Corto
they were
Maltese.
just basically saving hostages, though. That's
Yeah.
all it was. It was a small little mission for their little platoon.
Yeah.
But they expected them to do poorly, I think.
It is kind of like the comedy version of Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
It's the comedy version of Full Metal Jacket.
And what is the rebellious guy?
drank
No,
more
Mario
beer.
Van Peebles.
Mario Van
Yeah,
Peebles, man.
Mario Van
like,
Peebles
come
is
on,
the,
Peebles,
guy.
man. Like, what are
I've
you
drank
doing?
more beer, pissed more blood, and banged more quiff than you none nuts put together.
Yeah.
Doesn't he rip off his earing?
Yeah, I think
Like,
so.
he yanks his
Nipple
earring
ring?
off.
Nipple ring.
No, I think it's his earring.
No,
was it
nipple
was it nipple
I
ring?
think it's nipple
God
ring.
damn.
Does he rip off a nipple ring in that movie? Mario Van
I don't
Peebles'
think so,
nipple
no.
ring?
I think that was another movie.
Payback, he
I
rips
think
out
it's
the
the
nose
earring.
ring.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right.
Payback, he rips out the nose ring.
Yeah, I'm payback.
Yeah,
You're
you know what,
right.
he may have ripped it, you might be
Best
right.
line, one of the many good one-liners. Again, Payback, another movie that I've watched countless times.
Yeah.
I forget that guy's name is
Mario Van
Spaghetti,
Peebles?
and he calls him Fag Eddie.
Well, you could get away with it back then.
Yeah, you could.
Like, it was one of those things.
Like, how creative.
Hey, Fag Eddie.
There was so much more you can get away with back then.
Spaghetti. Whatever, Fag Eddie.
But yeah, man.
They
I
don't make
know.
him like that anymore.
No man,
God.
no.
I don't know,
You,
I just-
you can't get away with that.
There's
anymore.
movies like that, and like High
Jose
Plains-
loves that.
What?
He will. Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh yeah.
If you throw that on, he will.
Like, he's
wrap-
the Swede.
He'll strip down naked,
He
rub
is
butter
the
all over
Swede.
himself, and just start like saying the one-liner.
Yeah, he's that far into it.
Yeah.
That's just it. You can't like High Plains Drifter, as great as it is, you can't one line in that movie.
no.
Except,
Well, no,
like,
he's got some good.
Let's do an
liners in
experiment.
there.
I'm just gonna text Jose. I'm gonna say, "Hey man, Heartbreak Ridge," and I'm gonna see what he texts back.
Yes.
Let's see.
See if he fires me a bunch of one-liners.
He'd say yes, brother. I don't know. I just like man. He full on rapes a chick in that movie, and no one cares.
Twice, isn't it?
No, she comes back for more. Well, and then he bangs the hotel owner's wife because she doesn't. She's like, I'm sleeping in my own bed.
Okay, well yeah.
I love
but,
it. He's just banging chicks. He's burning the town down.
But the hotel owner's wife, she was the only one that was like against
him.
him killing the sheriff, right?
She was against it. The original sheriff.
the actual sheriff.
Yeah, everyone just stood there and watched.
Yeah, and she was the one who's like, "No, they can't do it."
Yeah, but
Don't
everyone was
kill
too
him."
scared, right? They
Yeah.
were all just bitches about it, and so they call him in to take care of these guys that are now out of jail.
Yeah, well, I know the plot of the movie.
Yeah,
It's my favorite movie.
I know. I just find it funny how
Yeah.
he just got away with anything he wanted, and they
Yeah.
just they put all their faith in him, and he's like, "Okay, anyway, I gotta go."
It's so good.
Like he took their booze, their money, their food,
I didn't catch your name
burned the town down. Yeah, okay, and
at the end.
You don't know.
The little guy. The little guy
Yeah.
yells at him. I didn't catch your name. He's
then
like,
he's
"Yeah,
like-
you did."
Yeah,
Oh, you never told me your name.
Yeah.
Like, you know it already, or something like that.
yeah, you know it already.
And it's
yeah,
on
you
the
did.
tombstone. He's building him a nicer tombstone,
Yeah,
and it's already there
but it's the tombstone of the sheriff.
of the sheriff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he just
It's The Crow.
and the ending is creepy as hell.
That movie's
man.
like
not wrong.
it's a cowboy
Well,
version of The Crow.
They
God,
have him.
they're still talking about the remake of The Crow.
Oh man,
I wish they'd stop doing that.
they gotta
leave
walk
it alone.
away.
Yeah, but they see money, man. They see tons of money in that.
Who is it now? Who's the guy they
It's
want? now?
Loki. They were talking about Loki.
Really?
Tom
I thought it was
Middles.
Luke Evans.
That's
for
not a
while.
bad actor choice.
Right now,
though.
the last I heard was Loki. It's like a couple
That's,
months.
it's not
ago,
like they're
though.
choosing a. That's not a bad actor choice.
Loki would be fine. It's just it won't be good.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything
It won't be
near
the same
first
movie.
one. Because I mean, that second one was all right, but it was awful compared to the first
I
one.
never
Yeah, it was it was so different.
Yeah,
That
City of Angels.
City of Angels. The one
You
in
needed
LA.
time. Like when you walked away after
I
about
don't
like
think I
5 or
watched
6
it.
years, and then you watched it, you're like, it wasn't so bad. When you
It's
gave it
kinda
a
like,
chance.
you think like rock and roll's fun, and then Iggy Pop comes along like I don't like rock and roll.
Doesn't Iggy Pop full on make out with that guy?
Iggy
like,
Pop
on
is the
pier?
bad guy in it.
How
He's the
can you
villain.
not
yeah.
like rock and roll based on Iggy Pop? Iggy
Well,
Pop
that's
is
the,
rock and roll.
You're like, hey, rock and roll is cool. I like rock and roll, Slash and all that stuff. So rock and roll. Iggy Pop was in there like, nah, take
Dude, Iggy Pop is almost the same amount or more rock and roll than Slash. Are you kidding me?
he's more, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Iggy Pop is the actual embodiment.
But you don't
Yes,
want Iggy
like he's
Pop
go-
in the
he's
room
gonna
with
just
Of
turn
his
when he
era's
dies.
version.
He's just gonna turn into energy. He's
just-
he's just
yeah, but
made.
what I'm
of-
He's the
saying
quickening
Yes.
is if
of
you're-
rock and roll.
He'll just-
If you're in a room with Slash, you're like, hey man, what's up? If you're in a room with Iggy Pop, you'd leave the room.
No, I
You're
want to
gonna
see what
stay
he's
in
gonna
the
do.
room with
Yeah.
Iggy Pop. He's gonna try to blow you.
I'm
Man.
gonna, but he might try to blow someone else first. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do, man.
You want to see what's going to happen in that blowjob.
He's like,
Then
Iggy Pop's been sitting there
In
for
that
20 minutes
case,
and he hasn't done anything
Go
yet.
watch City of Angels.
Now it's going to be like a
'Cause
psychedelic Jim Morrison
He's the
blowjob.
villain in that, and he's
Probably.
the whole thing. You'll enjoy it. If you enjoy Iggy Pop, you'll enjoy.
I'm
City of
just,
Angels.
I give him more credit than maybe you. Is all I'm saying. I don't know if I want to watch him blow dudes.
I'll give him credit. I'm just saying he's a
You just said you
liability.
would.
I'd say I'd be willing to see what happened in a room, and
Yeah.
if he started blowing a guy, I'd probably be like, okay, I'm gonna see where this goes, because this is getting weird.
Yeah, well, then he's gonna try to blow you after.
Maybe, but maybe I get out of there in time. I don't know.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll,
Yeah,
man.
just like the door opens for a second because there's like someone else bringing booze.
I think
or
he's like
drugs
the
in,
thing.
and
He
I just-
opens up into a monster somehow.
No, he'll
And he
turn
comes
into
back into normal.
Yeah.
and yeah.
Anyways, watch it. It's fun.
Does he have a line on his chest that opens
Doesn't
up like
he,
the mouth
that-
of the predator?
Doesn't in
Right.
that movie
Just, like,
like
absorbs
he
you.
blows the guy's gun? He blows the gun, not the dude.
Shit, man.
But
I
he
don't know.
puts the gun and he just starts blowing it. The guy's like, yeah, goddamn
I've
it.
seen that. I've seen that in movies before. That ain't new.
Yeah, but when Iggy Pop does it, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably
That's something.
romancing the shit out of that.
Yeah, it's like,
he's
I pull a huge.
He's working the
I
trigger.
put a whole
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hand
It's
cannon
like
in
he's-
your face.
like he has his hand over.
I'm
your
the
hand
alpha.
now.
Yeah.
You're
He's
the
just,
beta.
like, pushing
You
it
start
in.
blowing my gun. Now I'm the beta. You're the alpha. That's
Yep.
how it is.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, if I've taken the control out of
Yeah.
your hand somehow, you just might as well give me the gun. You're
Yeah, because
I-
like I can pull the trigger at that
Yeah.
point. You'll be dead. Doesn't matter. I still let you blow me.
Yeah, I had to shoot. No, I had to shoot you to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
You are now in control of me.
You force the actual shooting.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But my threat is now null and void. You have taken over the situation. My only option is to shoot you.
Yeah, and
Or I'm still gonna-
the
I'm
dude
gonna
who
lose.
the dude who had the
This is bizarre.
he wasn't the crow, but he had like the crow curse or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wasn't Eric Draven.
No.
But he was a crow.
It was the same crow curse or this. Crow.
Isn't that the guy from?
the French guy, Vincent
Terminator?
Vincent.
Oh no, that's like Crow 6.
something. Yeah, yeah.
No, he was in that one with Kirsten Dunst.
not Vincent
It was
Perez.
a TV
was
show.
Vincent Perez?
It was Vincent something. Then they had the
I wanna say
the-
Perez.
I think the third crow had Kirsten Dunst and Eddie.
Eddie Furlong.
Eddie Furlong.
Eddie
That was the
Furlong's
third
that one.
Oh dear.
But the guy from the movie or the guy from the show was it was Eric Draven,
Yeah.
same character, and it was Mark Dacascos, and it wasn't that he was
was
bad.
the
It was just like
second
kind of like no the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Mark Dacascos was
was
the
alright.
crow. It wasn't bad, but it was like
I
low
was young
production
and I
value.
watched it and I enjoyed it. And then
Yeah.
when it was canceled, I got bummed. If I think you go back and watch it now, you'd be like, But
You
when
know-
it was happening,
There's things that
When it was
do
happening, it
alright
wasn't
a
so
lot.
bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was one of those shows that was
Yeah,
in the
Vincent
same era.
Perez.
Vincent Perez. It was in the same era as God. I got this stupid thing where I can't forget crap like that. He was It was made by the same guys or like Gaumont or whatever that does Highlander. But it felt like one of those Highlander era shows. But Highlander was so damn good.
I know.
That show was just
I
so
think the
good.
only, the only thing I didn't like about the TV show is that the crow brings you back to set the wrong things right.
Yeah.
And you can't just have seasons after seasons because he's supposed to set it back and then die.
Yeah.
So you can't have him being around for.
Well, it
8
should have been like
years.
Doctor Who, where they got a new doctor.
Yeah.
Right, it's Doctor Who, right?
Yeah, Doctor Who.
How he
They-
transforms.
Well, I mean, it's the same guy, but he has like a
Yeah, but they started getting different actors. to
different
play it,
actor.
too.
Yeah, he dies and then he becomes somebody else.
Yeah,
He's
He,
a-
he
yeah.
reincarnates.
But that's how
He's
they
the
should.
same dude from Kickboxer 5, I think.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The crow.
Crow.
dude,
but I'm
TV
saying
show.
that's what they should have done.
Dacascos?
You're,
Yeah.
s-
Was he? He might have been.
you're saying
I think he was the 5th Kickboxer, where Tong Po was now Mexican.
Yeah.
You should never go that deep into Kickboxer as
No,
I have.
5 is too much. I left when what's his name was still there.
that's the
Sasha
rabbit-
Mitchell.
That's the rabbit hole
I
of
think Sasha
Kickboxer.
Mitchell was
He's
all
number
4.
2.
He was
Sasha Mitchell's number 2.
2, 3, 4. I think.
Was he all 3 of
Yeah,
those?
2, 3,
Oh
4.
wow, I thought he did
then
1
they
and
got
2.
Crow Kid as a 5.
I know I saw like number 1 or number 2, number 3 were Sasha Mitchell,
Yeah.
and then number 4 he's like a special forces guy now or some shit like that.
No, he's still just a dude, but
He's recruited.
I can't remember the reason why he goes in, but he breaks up like a drug cartel thing. No,
That's
it was
dumb.
a fighting ring. It was
That's
kind of
dumb.
like a Kumite kind of thing.
Are you still
But
talking
it was
about the
in
crow?
Mexico.
No,
I'm talking
we're-
Kickboxer 4.
God damn, no more.
Tangent.
That's awful. That's too far down the rabbit hole. of
Sasha
Kickboxers.
Mitchell is thoroughly enjoyable. Like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
actually
not-
a
I'm
pretty
not-
good
I
martial
don't even
artist.
know who that
and
person is. I'm not saying
Muay
he's
Thai is
bad.
really good.
Yeah.
It's like some dude to pull a gun
Yeah.
on him, and you're like, well, this is going to be stupid. How's Muay Thai going to save him from that?
He doesn't just
And,
Muay
like,
Thai him.
He fucks up dudes.
Yeah.
You're like, that was pretty legit. That was, like,
He, like-
I enjoyed that. Like the dude he'll like do something, he'll knee a guy in the face. I'm like, that extra ate some shit just then.
Let me
Jesus
let me tell you something. A little
Christ.
fun fact. Sasha Mitchell was then that show Step by Step.
Yeah, he's
with Patrick
living in the van.
Yeah,
In the-
we're living in the van.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But they did an episode, so just like showcase him, where they had like a dream sequence to get into a bar fight, and he just messes up a bar. Like he just goes in and just fucks a bunch of guys
I don't
up.
remember that episode.
I liked how he was a bit of a hippie.
He's Michelangelo from Ninja
He's a
Turtles
surfer
Totally.
dude.
in human
100%.
form. Yeah, he's a
100%.
surfer.
He was
Yeah.
Michelangelo.
He's Michelangelo.
He still had all the kung fu, but he was like,
Yeah.
pizza and surfer.
Exactly.
But he lived at the gym.
Yeah.
Like he ran that gym. He was like the owner and head instructor.
In the show.
In the first movie, Kickboxer 2, I think.
Oh, going back to
Man, you're going all over the place. You were
well,
talking
yeah,
about
we're
step
dancing
by
around way too much.
you were
We've
talking
lost a
about
bunch of people already.
Step by step for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I went back to the gym. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah.
I missed a part of that show.
Remember, like, the dude comes in and he's trying to mess him up, and he's trying to like really like get Mr. Miyagi on some other kid and teach him like the Zen part of fighting in Kickboxer. And then the guy's like, "Oh man, fuck you, man. Your Muay Thai is shit." And he's just like, "No, you can't let it bother you, man. I'm a cool puddle, like I'm a pond." No ripples. And the guy's like, "Man, you're kickboxing sucks." He's like, "See, man, he's trying to throw a pebble in the pond, man." And then he beats him up because he's calm.
And then he kicks the shit out of the guy.
Calm and chill.
You don't talk shit about my Muay Thai, I'll kill you.
He's super calm about
Anyway.
it until he messes him up.
You gotta
Cool
sit down
as
and
a
watch
cucumber.
maybe 2 and 3, then walk away.
I will not.
I'll tell you what I didn't like though. I didn't like how number 2 they killed off
They killed everyone,
Van
yeah.
Damme.
They
They
killed
killed
off
everybody
everyone.
off.
Really?
No, everybody. The brothers are both dead.
Tong Po gets him in Bangkok and shoots them all in the back alley. Shoots him right in the back of the head.
Like Van Damme? Like he's there?
Well,
he's
he's
like,
not in it.
No, you see
but-
Tong Po, but it's it's not the Michael
Queasy.
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever
not
his name
Michael Queasy. It's some other dude, but the silhouette's good enough, and it's just he kind of follows him into an alley and gives him kind of Jack Napiers them in the alley.
What a terrible thing to do to
'Cause
some,
he's
to some
lost-
pretty like
he's lost.
epic movie characters.
Well, they couldn't get them back, so
But even
I know
like
that.
Tong Po, like they kind of ruined Tong Po as well.
they brutalized Tong
Yeah.
Po.
Yeah, they ruined everybody. But that's what I'm saying. If you can't get him back, just shoot him in a dark alley.
But now Kickboxer Vengeance or Kickboxer, it's now Kickboxer 2.
Is it Kickboxer 2?
Yeah, because Van Damme didn't. He plays the old guy. He's still.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not. What was his name?
Frank.
No, Frank
is
Dukes is Bloodsport.
Oh man, Frank
Oh,
Dukes.
Eric.
Eric
Sloan.
and Kurt. Yeah.
Eric Sloan, yeah.
But they're not. Like he's not Eric Sloan.
He is, yeah.
Not in the movie.
My understanding, yeah.
I don't believe so.
Well,
Look that up.
you got the machine there to decide this.
Well, I'm still trying
Kickboxer Vengeance is just a remake of Kickboxer, because that French kid, that kid
Yeah,
from Quebec,
Alain,
he plays
something like
plays Eric Sloan,
Yeah.
and
Van
that
Damme
other guy
plays
who
Kurt.
died,
Van Damme plays Kurt.
Negative.
GSP plays Kurt.
GSP plays Kurt.
Yeah.
I don't
and
think
then
GSP plays Kurt either.
Batista plays Tong Po.
Yeah, Batista's Tong Po. GSP is just a guy, and
I thought GSP played Kurt.
I could be wrong. I mean, that's why you got to look
he's
this up.
the champion. What? Again, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
My understanding is that it's a sequel. It's Kickboxer 2.
Yeah.
Eric Sloan is still living in Thailand with his Thai wife, the old guy's daughter there.
Okay.
Still living in Thailand. Lives at the compound where he trained.
Yeah.
The old temple ruins.
Don't get me wrong. I'm really hoping this is the case, but
Yeah,
I just
so,
don't feel like it is.
Batista shows up, and although it's still Thailand.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll just
I'm just being weird about it.
we'll just zoom in.
I'm just being weird on purpose.
Go take your pee.
It's still
about
Thailand,
to
but
pee, I'm just grabbing
they're
the phone.
fighting some kind of a modified rules. But it's not Muay Thai. It's not MMA. It's kind of anything goes, if you will.
Yeah.
And Batista is the Tong Po type of champion. GSP shows up because he's an MMA champion from Western MMA champion. He flies over there to be the best. Gets his back broken. The French dude says, "I need to avenge you," and they're like, "Whoa! This has happened before.
Yeah.
Go see this dude up north. This kind of shit's happened before."
Wait a minute. It's so essentially up to now we're just redoing Kickboxer.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so this is like it's not Kickboxer 2, it's 1 and 2.
Yes.
So the movie is essentially 1 and 2.
And then Gina Carano plays Van Damme's daughter, which would be that Alan guy's love interest.
Is Gina Carano the girl that's in the Deadpool movie?
yes. Less angry Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh boy.
Correct.
She is exceptional though.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
I
a lot of fun.
I kind
follow
of
her
just
on-
like
I
danced
follow her
around
on
Haywire.
Instagram, and she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and even in Haywire, she wasn't
Oh,
she wasn't
really
terrible.
good.
She
But
was
can I
really
use
good.
your Wi-Fi?
You may.
I don't like how much data my Facebook. And
Can you just say
Instagram
data,
uses.
please?
Data.
I don't like you saying
I
data.
also
Weirds
okay,
me
yeah.
out.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
data guy.
Yeah.
I can't turn it off.
I'm
You know what? Star Trek ruined me.
Yeah, the show changed it forever for me.
data. Data's not good. Data's
Well,
not
data
good.
is, I think, is the correct.
What did I say?
Data.
Yeah.
Because the
Data is correct, but we like data because of Star Trek. It has ruined our brains.
Don't get
in
mad at
Star
me.
Trek, when that second doctor called him Data, he corrected her. It's Data. She's like, same thing. He's like, no, it's not. One is my name, the other is not. And now when you say Data, it weirds me out.
It does.
It
It has to
weirds
be
me
data
out.
every time.
I feel like you're an old man if you say Data.
Yeah,
Or
but I
young.
am an old man.
You act like an old man.
Yeah.
With your knees and your back and
Yeah,
you're
like I'm
warming up for an hour and a half to go for a jog
I'm 90 inside. I'm 90
on the inside.
Yeah.
Is it just dust?
Yeah.
So if you fall over, if I push you, it's going to be like that turkey from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, I hope not, but probably.
You're
Depends
like
how much water I've had
You're,
that day.
you're,
Yeah.
you're like the sand Nazi from Hellboy. You're just
Actually,
shadows and dust.
That's
inside.
what you are, yeah.
But
Shadows.
I'd still bust open like the turkey from Vegas.
A slow break.
Chevy Chase's Vacation Christmas show.
Christmas Vacation show
Yeah.
program.
Yes, from Chevy Chase's Christmas hour vacation time.
I hated those.
What do you mean?
I hate
What?
Chevy Chase.
You're
What's
stupid.
wrong with you?
I see his face and I'm like, you're stupid. Get off my TV.
No.
That's what he thinks of you.
He's funny. Just because you don't like him because
Chevy
he's
Chase is
apparently
awesome.
a very hard to work with person, he's still very funny.
I don't know.
Okay,
anything
wait.
about that.
Do you hate him from that or from the?
No, I
he's hard to
know
work with.
nothing about him. I just every time he's on TV, I'm like, you're stupid.
Really?
Same as
Why do you hate fun, Luke?
Same as Leslie Nielsen. I always thought he was
What?
stupid. Yeah.
No way.
I will not watch any of his shows.
Swamp
I'm like,
Fox?
You're a
You hated
horrible
Swamp
person.
Fox?
You're just a horrible
Can't do it.
person.
Swamp Fox was my hero growing up. I didn't even know that was like a weird,
I don't know why.
mildly racist
He
character.
plays the same bumbling Pink Panther lunatic and everything. And it's
Not in Swamp Fox.
I can't have it.
Francis Marion.
No,
He was
man,
in Swamp Fox.
you're a horrible person if
Do you
you
know?
don't like
Do you even know what I'm
Leslie
talking
Nielsen.
about?
I'll agree. I haven't seen it.
The Patriot. The movie The Patriot is
Yeah.
based off of the same guy they based, Francis Marion, who Leslie Nielsen played in a bunch of Disney short movies.
I don't think I've seen.
Called
I've
The
seen
Swamp
the Patriot,
Fox.
but I haven't seen any of those.
I'm gonna show you that. That's
you
incredible.
haven't watched MacGyver yet, buddy.
Hey, I've watched MacGyver on Netflix all the way through.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it back. Take it
Yeah,
back.
take that back.
I'm taking you back. Here's taking you back.
There you go.
Taking you back.
I'm pulling back like a rope.
Take it back.
I feel like you had a song. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
That is a song. You can't do it.
There's no way that's licensed.
Yeah, it is, man. You
I
can't
don't
hum
even know
anything.
what song it was, and there's no way I can say that wasn't licensed. I bet you everything is licensed.
That was Frank Stallone in Rocky 1 as he's singing in the back
On the
alley.
street.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if there's
In
a
front
real
of a burning
song, though,
garbage
but
fire.
if it's a real song,
I
it's
don't know
licensed
if
by
it ever
somebody.
made it into an album or anything.
Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty
just a
sure
shit that they're-
Stallone's
I'm
gonna
saying
roll up and punch me in the
someone
mouth.
else- Yeah.
Hey, using my brother's music. Wow.
No, Frank will come up and do that to you. Hey, you.
Yeah, Frank needs to work.
sound
He won't do
exactly
anything.
the same.
Yeah, they do.
That's depressing.
I watched this. There
What's
was
depressing? What were you looking up?
Frank. I can't remember now.
there was this good interview with
I meant to look up something.
So now you're just texting your friends.
No, I'm not texting.
to hijack the conversation once again. There was a good
No,
But-
you should
but
because apparently you don't
How
talk
do you like
enough.
that bench arch?
fucking powerlifting.
What you
so
got?
Stupid.
I forgot about this. This is a guy getting his bench arch set up at Worlds this week.
Yeah.
Show the class.
This is a legitimate bench setup there, if you can see.
So yeah,
that.
so there's
Good enough.
there was
Yeah, it's not.
an interview with Jesse
terrible.
James, the motorcycle guy,
Okay.
and they were talking about all kinds of
Closet Nazi Jesse James.
Oh man.
stuff. I don't think it's so closet, you know. But
Yeah, it's not a closet.
So anyways, they're talking about all kinds of stuff, and then
It's a big closet. We're all in it.
what was the high point in the celebrity aspect of your life?
Mhm.
He's like, when I told Sylvester Stallone that he wouldn't get a bike. No bike for you.
Oh, that's harsh, man. Why?
Because Jesse James is an asshole. First
Yeah,
of all,
he's
I
just
love
straight
him.
up.
He's the best kind of asshole, but he's an
Yeah.
asshole nonetheless. And Stallone had a manager call him,
Yeah,
and then he's just they're like, "Hey, I'm Stallone's representative. I'm looking for hey,
straight up.
hang up."
Can we look this up?
Yeah, we could probably listen.
Yeah.
To it. And then Stallone calls him back. Hey, yo, you hang up with my guy. So he's like, "Okay, what do you need?" You know, because like I'm not gonna talk to your thing. You call
Your
me.
manager.
So he's like, "Okay, this is what I want. I want a yellow bike because I got a little yellow Ferrari and I got a yellow Hummer and I got this and he's like, I don't build yellow bikes. Hang up."
Straight up.
Stallone calls me back. It's like, "I'm Sylvester Stallone." Like you don't hang up.
Yeah.
On Sylvester Stallone. He's like, "Oh, I just did." So I'm not gonna build yellow bike because yellow is the international color of the chicken, and I don't build yellow bikes. So I hung up. And he says, in everything that he's done, he
Yeah,
says
yeah.
that still brings him the most
The most joy.
that
Being a dick to Stallone.
he wouldn't build Stallone a yellow bike.
Man, I think I like him less now. I mean, number one, I was never really a Jesse James fan. If there's a way for me to like him less, that's the way to go.
I do like Jesse James in the sense that he was a regular dude that became famous and he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he had a hard time with it. But
Yeah,
but
they
then
struggled
again,
with
like
it.
I think that's one of those things where he's like a closet prick, right? So when that happened, where he started losing a little bit of control, he just had a freak out.
I don't know why I always enjoy Jesse James. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Maybe because
I
he's
don't
an
know.
everyman. He's just a regular dude who
Yeah,
just
he's
built
a-
things with his hands.
every
But
man
is
who's
he
a
though?
Nazi.
Is he though? Is he a regular man?
I think so.
I mean,
How many times have you been married to Sandra Bullock and gone to a strip club and had a hot Nazi chick, and you're like, "Well, I'm gonna make a bad call on this one."
Yeah.
Come on, that would
Never?
happen to you. That would.
yes,
happened to
I've
you?
been to many strip clubs where
like-
women throw themselves at me for free, and
Yeah, all the time.
and then my my moderately attractive
Yeah,
movie star
balls.
wife.
Oh, she was really hot back in the day, man. Come on now. And
okay.
Speed,
Yeah, but not when he married her.
you're shaking your head, but
Not
mean,
when
like,
he married her.
She was always Sandra
not
Bullock.
to hijack the conversation. Have you seen Keanu Reeves' The Gun Range? That video that
I
was
have,
all over?
yes.
I
Holy
have.
shit, man!
The
So
train-
he is
the-
John Wick
the
in the
training for John Wick.
Yeah.
Of course, I would do that
God
kind of shit. If
damn.
I was,
He's training at the Gracie Gym in California.
He's been doing a lot of that stuff for a while.
Well, he's like doing specific
for John Wick.
for John Wick. Yeah,
Like
like
for John Wick
fight
2.
sequences with the Gracie.
yeah, it would make
Yeah.
sense to do like gun fucking hand-to-hand combat.
That guy's a
kind of
likable
shooting
dude.
stuff.
Oh man, Keanu's just
He is a likable
always
dude.
never. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's done plenty wrong, but just makes you believe. He always makes you believe in him.
Keanu Reeves is
You're
never
always
the
Team
bad
Keanu.
part of whatever I watch.
True.
Yeah, he's always the best part of the shittiest thing I see.
What
Just a
about
good dude.
what about Johnny Mnemonic?
Hey, man.
Dolph Lundgren was awesome.
Dolph
in
was
that.
great in that
Once
movie.
again, you don't like Dolph.
What is wrong with
I
you?
like his role in that movie.
Hating on movies with Dolph in it.
His role in that movie is great. He is
Yeah.
terrible, but it's a great role.
The Dolph Lundgren website right now, for a plug on Dolph, poke a brother up, is
Dolph is awesome.
He's got a contest where you can enter and you can be an extra, like a stunt guy.
Well, have you
in his
done
next
that yet?
movie.
Really?
I did enter. Yes, I did.
Wow. That
What
was
do
like
you-
when
what
I
do you
did that
gotta
whole
do?
Bane thing.
What do you got to
The
do?
Bane chant in Batman Dark Knight, TDKR. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, you just you enter
You
and
just
then
message him like, "Bud, can I be in your movie?"
no, there's
Bud.
like his website. There's like a thing where you enter, you put in your name and information, you click submit, and then if you win, they contact you, and then you go be an extra in his movie, and he like punches you in the head, or
Sweet.
you get to do. The,
I'd let him do that. I would go in there.
I'll take a movie punch by Dolph.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to do the movie fight choreography, gun training stuff with him and his team. They all go through it together, and then you'll play one of the goons and take a hit by Doe.
Awesome. I would
I'm
do that.
totally cool with that.
Totally cool with that. I think it's cool. He's got a contest where you can just
Yeah, that's really cool.
enter, and he flies you out and everything.
Yeah, well, that would be better.
Well, he would have
That's
to
part
fly
of the
me
prize,
out.
man.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
go
like,
there by myself.
you got to pay your own way, but you can be in my movie. Like,
Well, let's just say like the budget
no.
on his movies probably don't include a flight for anyone.
But they
No.
probably cover a certain amount of actors.
I think
in
Dolph is
such.
like, Dolph is probably gonna pay for your flight.
Yeah, probably.
Not the movie studio because they don't have the budget for that.
No, but they probably
No,
have a
man.
budget
They-
for
they
an
got a
extra,
budget for
though,
that.
right?
Yeah.
I think
But-
the extras are free, aren't they?
No, man. Extras get paid.
They got
I think extras are free.
No, extras get paid.
Either way, they probably got to pay for something.
Guess
There's,
maybe
Yeah,
it
there's
depends
still
on the
stuff that has to
extras.
be paid.
No,
for.
no. Extras
No,
get
you
paid.
can be a
Always?
volunteer. Yes,
Always.
dude. Extras are always paid. Extras are paying
just
gigs.
dudes crowds.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Tons of people make
What?
free.
No, man. Yeah, people make
No,
a
man.
living off.
There, you can be a free extra.
I like how your mind has just like been blown.
I just thought people did it for the love to be in a movie.
No, man.
you can.
Extras get paid.
You can. There are a lot of times when they're like, we just need volunteers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like
there
there
are
are
paid
certain
extras.
moments, but yeah,
Dude, there's a lot of actors that make a good living off being a paid extra.
Man,
There's
like all those people you see in a cafe scene in a movie,
yeah, paid
all
extras.
getting paid,
background sitters.
Paid
all getting
extras.
paid.
Damn.
And if you speak, you get paid more.
If- yeah.
that was the big thing for
If
King
they
Lao.
have trouble
Yeah.
finding
For King.
people, then they will just
King Lao, local Van Damme, or a local
Local-
action movie star,
action movie
And
star.
Bolo
And-
Young.
Well, Bolo Young.
Chinese dynasty soap opera star.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
that was his big thing when he was kind of breaking into the scene. Is that he was in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
but he never had a speaking role, even though he might be in it for a minute or two in a fight sequence.
He's getting paid.
Pretty good screen time. They wouldn't let him talk.
But like think about the bad Kick-Ass 2. He takes a bat from Jim Carrey.
He talks. He spoke in that movie.
Yeah,
like
but that's
he's finally like
that's a
so
good,
far along
that's
the
a,
union.
That's
where
a good paying
Yeah.
extra role. Like even
I don't
just
think
as
it's a
an
matter of
extra.
so far along the union. He's so far along as being recognizable, or he just
he's-
shows up.
He's
like
on to speaking role.
They
Like-
call him, he shows up.
like
He
that
used to
huge
always say
bearded
on set
muscle
that Jim
dude.
Carrey was the nicest fella.
I could see that.
on set.
He seems like he'd be a
He
pretty,
said he was a bit of a dick at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then when they found out they were both Canadian, instantly super nice.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
that was the kicker.
Yeah.
Hey, you're Canadian,
Well, he was just like,
buddies.
they were on set and there, 50 people, whatever crowd it is. There's plenty of people on set.
Yeah.
And there's small banter. You don't know anyone.
It's not. I mean, it's not a small set. Kick-Ass 2.
No, that was a fairly
There was a lot of people in
yeah.
that.
And especially it was like a nightclub gangster thing. So a lot of people
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
room, a lot of people in the scene, a bunch of generic villain type baddies, and you're not gonna start a conversation with everybody.
No.
So they're just like, hey, what's
Jim
your
Carrey's
name?
he's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, what's your name? It's like, I'm King. I'm from Vancouver. He's like, oh, you're from Vancouver. Instantly, he was nice to King.
Really?
Says before that, not a word. Until
Oh,
after
wow.
that, super nice. Super nice.
I'm sure he's.
We
probably,
need King on this show.
that'd be
That
something.
guy got some stories.
Oh yeah, I bet.
See, anything he can tell us though? I mean,
Like,
I'm sure he's
on
had
set of
stories.
Kick-Ass, I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff you can tell us.
I'm sure
He's
we
probably
have
got
enough
television
people
related.
who know him right now, that are watching this right now.
Yeah.
Word will get back to him, and he can get a hold of us through the website, and he can just be like, "I want to be on your show."
He can call in. He's in Vancouver now, I think.
Is he in Vancouver?
Yeah.
No, that maybe he can.
Sometimes
he
he's
can
in
call him.
town. I
Yeah.
used to see him at the gym all the time.
God, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Last time I saw him, he got baboon whipped.
Oh really?
What? You want to explain to us what baboon whipped is?
It's a South African term for being intoxicated.
There you go.
And
You're not baboon whipped, you're
Baboon.
baboon whipped.
Yeah.
Baboon whipped.
Baboon. That's how they say it down there.
baboon whipped.
Or SA, as they call it, South Africa.
South African. The SA is getting baboon whipped.
Yeah.
What you got there?
Josie finally texted me back with. I just texted him Heartbreak Ridge ? He wrote back, I did like when he said to the dudes in jail, be advised, I drink gasoline and piss napalm and can shoot Flea's ass at 200 yards. Told you, he lives for this.
Straight up,
I will
did
tell
exactly what you thought he was
one
doing.
of my
Heartbreak
favorite
Ridge ?
quotes. He's actually watching it right now because like, oh yeah,
Probably
totally.
is.
yeah.
I mentioned, he's like, oh, now he's got to go watch it.
That's rough, man. It's rough being the Swede.
That's how I am with Rocky 4. Someone starts talking about Rocky 4, I gotta go home and watch it now.
You gotta go
Rocky
home.
4 is pretty awesome.
But it's quick. Same as Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Rocky 4 is a
The
fast one.
original Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
You throw it in, it's over.
Yeah, but it's enjoyable. That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
don't even want to get into.
Okay, so wait, so
Have you seen the new fucking shithole?
Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles 2?
No, not 2. Is it out yet? It's already out.
The Michael Bay one.
That's how little I know.
Fucking, I went and saw it after the podcast.
yeah, I know you did. You told me,
you
and I
did,
was not
didn't you?
surprised. Dude, Kevin went and saw Independence Day 2 on his birthday,
Why would he do that to himself?
and he was miserable.
His Facebook quote was pretty good too, wasn't it? Where it's like, I knew it was gonna be shit,
Yeah, but not this much
but
shit.
fun
like,
shit.
Yeah.
Like at least I was gonna have a good time watching
Well, that's
it.
what I'm hoping for Central Intelligence tonight. It's just like fun shit.
Yeah, but isn't that The Rock, though?
I think it is,
The Rock,
yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Well, that'll just be funny.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping. That's
Yeah.
what I'm going to go see it tonight instead of Independence Day because I'm like, well,
Don't go to Independence Day.
at least if
Don't
I
do
go-
it, yeah.
No, I'm going to go see Central.
Yeah,
Intelligence.
see Central Intelligence.
Because I'm like, because at first I was like, which one should I go see? And I was like, now that I've heard Independence Day is shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll go
Yeah,
see
but
Central Intelligence
you
because
could-
at least it'll suck, but I'll be.
But that's what I'm saying. You can still get. I feel like you will still get a decent amount of enjoyment out of Central Intelligence, but you'll
Oh, yeah.
walk out of Independence Day just pissed off.
yeah, that's why I picked Central Intelligence.
Why? Like, why would you put yourself through that? Like,
I'm trying to get. Jordan
Was
to come
there
with me.
any like post 2000 reboot of a franchise from like the 90s that was good?
it has to be.
I don't think so, man. I think they're all shit.
I wonder.
I think they're all crap.
There's got to be something. I feel like I've seen
TMNT
something.
sucked.
Garbage.
Garbage.
It did have a lot of my friends like Tony. People are saying, "Oh, it's gone back to be more like the cartoon and less of a Michael Bay Transformer."
Well,
ripoff."
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, but just the way everything is,
Yeah.
it feels more like the cartoon and less like a Michael Bay Transformers film.
Yeah.
So like you'll enjoy it. I was like, God,
Transformers.
I did-
Post 2000 reboots sucked. Anyway,
damn. Yeah. So I love the cartoons, but they're super campy and cheesy.
Yeah.
But still fun. So I was like, well, I'll go give it a go. And although I will agree that it is a lot like the cartoon.
like the cartoon.
Where they don't really worry about a lot of plot. Krang just shows up and he's Krang.
Yeah, but there was plot in that. Like Dimension X, that
Yeah.
whole first season with the neutrinos and all that shit. Like there was a lot
They
of
don't
plot.
get into any of that.
Well, they can't have
And I
those
don't think-
space fish.
I think for the first time, it's not the Ninja Turtles that's the problem. Like in the other movie, the Ninja Turtles were the problem.
Oh, that
In this
hurts.
movie, it's all the same problem. They're still 9 feet tall, 600-pound Ninja Turtles.
Bulletproof shells
Yeah.
smashing through Humvees.
Yeah, 100%. But at least the interaction with them feels like the TV show. Bebop
Really?
and Rocksteady feel like the TV show. But Shredder is still garbage. Krang is still garbage. Fucking Megan Fox. Hope she dies in a fire. Still garbage.
Awful.
And then that stupid comedian.
Arrow there. How's Arrow? How's the Green Arrow guy?
He's just
Amell.
He's
Green
Megan.
Arrow guy. What are you talking about?
He's Casey Jones.
he's
Stephen
mini-
Amell is
Oh,
Casey
yes,
Jones.
yes.
He's just mini Megan Fox in that.
Really?
Just gives her somewhere
Mini
to talk.
Megan Fox. How can you be?
Well, he's just another human character. Doesn't matter.
He's the beta to Megan Fox's alpha.
That
If they're gonna
sucks.
make, if they're gonna animate the shit, and I don't mean like CGI animate the shit out of Bebop and Rocksteady, why wouldn't you make Casey Jones like a badass? Like, did you ever watch show you those YouTube
Nah, he's a
videos
loser.
about the verses where they
At
like
least
they
they
get,
use those wrestlers for Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah. It's Seamus, and the other
Yeah.
guy is the dad from the black dad from
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Stevie.
I've been watching
Stevie's
these. Well, a while ago, I watched these YouTube videos where they had
The verses.
and they had Casey Jones versus Kick-Ass.
That was Machinima, wasn't it? They were doing that.
Maybe I don't know, but either way, that guy playing Casey Jones was a better Casey Jones. Like he was just a bit Casey.
I
Jones.
don't get me wrong. I like Arrow. I think it's a great show.
Oh, I know,
The
but
last,
that's me-
last season
I
or
think
so
they-
gets a
I
little bit
think they just
lovey-dovey,
picked them
but
Just make
So
him
he's
more
a
of a
because he's
character.
recognizable. Yeah.
I'm just
They wanted
saying,
to
make
face
him more of
people,
a
yeah.
character. Everyone in there is a character, and that movie is like ridiculous.
But
They're
like
all
what
ridiculous.
you were saying there about how the beta to the alpha, right? In the first movie, he was the beta to her alpha too, but they were both really enjoyable characters.
No, they were both alphas in the first movie.
Yeah, but I mean, she was really like she was a tough chick in that one.
He was tough too. He would lip back off to her. He was an alpha too, man.
I don't know, he
Casey
kinda-
Jones was no punk in that.
I'm not
first
saying he was
movie.
a punk. Calm down there, buddy. With the whole like, the guy is not the punk. I totally agree. I get
that
what you
first
I
movie
get
was
what you're getting
fucking
at.
gospel to
But
me,
at the
man.
same time, me too. I love that first one. But at the same time, like they weren't punks. Like I mean, she was not just some like damsel in distress who walked around and didn't get saved by everybody, which I enjoyed.
But
Because
they also
like
didn't put her in as many stupid. She did. get
yeah, she
situations,
wasn't in dumb
but
situations.
She wasn't
stop
at all.
She
Yeah.
didn't stop the shredder at the end of the movie.
No.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you
No, she
fucking
didn't.
kidding me?
She didn't create the Ninja Turtles.
No.
And then forget that she did. And what are these Ninja Turtles?
That's
I'm like,
dumb.
you fucking made them. How
Yeah.
did you
No,
forget
I don't
about
like
this?
that.
You made these.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
In the
I
movie,
do like that.
the Casey Jones shows up, saves her,
Yeah.
and then instantly there's like this like they're just flirting with each other. It's just,
That's like straight up in the alley scene there.
and
right?
there's no build up to it. There's nothing.
No.
In the original Ninja Turtles, like they feud for the longest time, and that passion leads to more because they hate each
It's like
other.
a
there
romance.
was a
for
good
you.
build-up.
There's a
Yeah.
real romance. There was
It
a
is.
really good build up in that one.
Yeah, they hated each other, and it just
yeah.
they're like, you know what, I hate you, but I just gotta be near you.
Yeah, I totally get it. the first one for me, I think I like more than almost any other comic book franchise outside of maybe Batman 89 for like a long time.
I'll even give Ninja Turtles over Batman 89.
It was so much more fun. Like, it was a really fun movie.
Batman 89?
No, Ninja Turtles.
Totally. Donatello just running around
super
the backyard.
fun, man. Yeah, like what an enjoyable sequence, and then go back into the training in the woods.
Who was filming that? Just like, okay, we'll just put him in the suit, let him run around 1,000-degree woods, and he's humming to himself and scares himself.
Do you think they were? Was that one of those things that was just happening? They filmed it.
Do you think they
actually? I don't think they scripted it.
How does something that good happen?
Yeah.
You just let it roll, man.
You know why? No CG suits.
How is there not? There's tons of scenes in movies that we don't realize that. Like,
Yeah.
if you go on the internet, you're like scenes that you don't realize actually just weren't scripted.
Wait, is that what you punch in?
No, I am actually just tried to punch in 90s reboot movies, and all they gave me were movies that should get remade or are getting remakes.
Yeah, but instead we get TMNT, we get Transformers, we get shit.
No, we're getting lots of more shit. So.
Yeah, we're getting tons of shit.
They're gonna remake War Games.
No.
They've already remade Poltergeist.
Is Matthew Broderick going to be in it?
I don't know.
I think it'll be the kind of thing where they'll remake it, and it's just going to be in the movies, out of theaters.
There's a rumor
and that's exactly what's going to happen.
There's a rumor for a remake of Commando.
Yeah, but that's what's his name? The other
Sam
Terminator. Worthington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why?
Don't do it. He's no John Matrix to me.
Dude, fucking Overboard.
He can't carry a tree on his shoulder.
Speaking of movies.
We were just talking about that, weren't we? The first episode was Overboard.
Has everyone here seen the remake for Point Break?
Yes.
No. You
fucking
did?
Garbage. I saw it at work because they're playing it up.
So it was there.
Yeah.
I watched it, and I think if you remove Point Break off the title, throw it away.
This is what I'm saying.
Remove everyone's names.
Yep.
Throw those away.
Not bad.
Call them different things. Call the movie, you know.
They might remake Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, no.
I'd be willing to watch that.
Really? That was it. Invisible Friend, right?
Yeah.
He's like the creepy friend who...
Yeah. Well, loud Australian guy.
Yeah, I'm going to go as far as saying is if you remove all the names in the title from Point Break and just name it someone else and everyone's got different names, I would say that was a good movie.
Really?
It's an entertaining action film, but you can't say it's Point Break because it's not.
Just don't say Point Break. Call everyone something else and be like, hey, there's a lot of similarities between this and Point Break. The way that Fast and Furious has a lot of similarities between this and Point Break.
That is the best Point Break reboot.
That's a good point.
Call it fucking Vision Quest or some other shit.
No, don't call it Vision Quest.
Like, call it something because it's like... the movie's about them trying to find...
Vision Quest is the only time I didn't hate Matthew Modine.
You
can't call that. You can't call that Vision Quest.
Yeah, call it something stupid like...
You know what? I would have been fine with that being a sequel to Point Break. Change the names up and just like a copycat crimes.
Okay, here's my thing.
But other than that, it was like when the movie was over, it was like the cinematography is really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It does look good. It's a good looking movie.
The story wasn't terrible. I thought everything was really good. The point of what they're doing, like this is why we're doing it. This is what we're trying to achieve. These 8 steps of Mugushi or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm on board. Just don't call it Point Break.
Don't
call this guy Bodhi. Don't call this guy that. And just everyone's got new names, different title. I'm enjoying that movie.
That's really unfortunate. That the whole thing feels like it could have been something.
Could have been something. Could have been something.
Because it looked really good. The trailers, like those IMAX trailers, you saw,
some of the stuff,
it looked
like some of the
amazing.
stuff they do, it's like wow. All like the surf cinematography, the mountain climbing, the locations they're at. I was like, oh man, this.
Okay, let's rock a spoiler alert. How's the ending?
Not bad.
Really?
Not bad.
Is it like roughly the same thing?
Roughly the same thing. He goes out to sea because he wants to surf the biggest wave. Like you have to achieve these 8 undoable tasks.
Yeah.
And if you've achieved all these 8 unachievable tasks, you'll achieve nirvana.
Okay.
So this Japanese guy is the guy who was trying to invent it, and he made the task, and he died doing it.
Mm.
So all these other kids, these alternative dudes, they're trying to achieve these tasks. But in order to fund the achievement of, because they're not rich, they're robbing people. They're doing all these heists and stuff, while they're kind of syncing him up to do the task and the heist at the same time. So at the end, the one at the end he still needs to do is the gigantic wave.
The big wave is the last one.
A tsunami type of wave.
Okay.
So he makes it free. They split their ways. He escapes. Finally, years later, there's another tsunami coming, another big storm. They know he's going to be there. So he goes out, drives his boat, sees him out at sea. You're going to surf the wave. He lets him surf the wave, crashes and dies. Same deal, but...
Yeah, I like on the first one, you don't know if he died or not.
Well, this is kind of the same. It's just the wave crashes and it pans out and he drives the boat away.
All right. Yeah, that's not terrible.
Now he's out at sea. He's not like on the beach.
Yeah.
He's 70 miles out at sea. So for him to crash there and just like swim it home, hardcore.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Where Patrick Swayze, he's kind of on the beach. Could have potentially just swam that in.
Yeah, he's not too far.
No.
I mean, he's right there. It was Bell's Beach, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
Bell's Beach.
Like,
yeah, he's not too
maybe
far
max
away.
a kilometer up.
Yeah, that's man, that's like a disservice to a really good story. Then
it really is. They They hurt themselves. I think
Yeah.
they just, let's do a Point Break, and people are so mad. Like, well, we're going to need a really good script,
Yeah.
or all people are going to get mad at us.
Because, I mean, everything about the first one is so good. That intro to me is still one of the best intros, music and visuals-wise, ever.
I think
Bodhi surfing away.
If you watch the second one and in any way try to connect your mind to the first one,
Yeah.
you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Just separate it, and you'll enjoy it.
But on its own, it's a pretty good standalone.
It doesn't have Flea in it either, so.
Or Ketis.
Book of Eli. Flea was in Book of Eli, wasn't he?
What? Really?
Was he in Book of Eli?
It was either him or a guy that looks a lot like him.
Man, Book of Eli was good.
That's, you know what? Surprising good
That
movie.
was one that snuck up on me.
It really
even
did.
know, like, I didn't even see a trailer.
I tried to-
just kind of showed up.
I mean,
one day
there was
and
a couple
like,
things I
what
hated.
the hell is this?
The
Well,
product placement I hated.
Meg.
And those...
I hated Meg.
I didn't mind
Yeah.
Meg.
No, she was
Ah,
useless.
come on.
Fucking useless.
She was a tiny bit useless.
Yeah,
No,
she's a MacGuffin.
utterly beyond useless. You could have
She's-
got a no-name to
she's
play a
Ray Bait
better
a
role.
little
No,
bit, yeah.
she's fucking garbage.
I would have preferred it to be a no-name.
Or someone who can just act and not play Meg.
Stop
like-
hating on Meg.
No, every time.
Get Amelia Clark or something back when she wasn't famous, like pre-Game of Thrones.
It actually
Amelia Clark.
set in
Yeah.
for me when she was locked behind a door and all I could hear was the voice. I'm like, it's just Meg behind the door complaining.
True.
Wait, okay, let me ask you
She
something.
doesn't. She doesn't change the voice much. For
Has
Meg.
Family Guy... No, she doesn't.
She
Has
doesn't.
Family Guy ruined Mila Kunis for
No,
everybody?
Mila Kunis ruined Mila Kunis for me.
No, man,
Yeah.
come on. I like Jackie.
Watch,
I like
uh,
how much pain she brought to Kelso's
Yeah,
life.
that 70 show.
Kelso was an idiot.
No, that
he
70
had it
show is
coming.
fine. She's Jackie. That's cool.
Jackie was great.
But
Such
watch.
a horrible human being.
You know
but
what I
awesome.
actually had to sit through once? I had to sit through that date movie with her and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, but Timberlake's funny.
Yeah,
in that,
Timberlake
though.
is
No, that movie was
gold, that
garbage.
movie.
Again, the movie was garbage.
Yeah, but I
Just
enjoyed
the
Timberlake.
worst.
How do you
fakest-
hate Timberlake?
I like Timberlake's fine.
Dude,
So
that was
so
the- that
far
was
it's
the
Dolph you
fakest-
hate. Timberlake you hate.
No,
You
I don't.
hate-
I
you
don't. I
hate
don't
fun
hate.
too, don't
I
you?
don't hate Timberlake. I'm saying that the banter and the
It wasn't good
terribly,
movie, but
terribly
I-
rehearsed script.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but I enjoyed Timberlake. He makes me laugh.
But
Yeah.
Book of Eli is great. Everything about it is great, except for her.
give you that.
I had
Let
to
me-
shut. I had to shut the movie off.
Let me tell you what
Again.
happened about what.
I
11?
can't watch any Seth MacFarlane movie because Family Guy, like that Wild West shit or these.
Oh, I heard that was garbage though.
Well, Liam,
that was
Liam
really
Neeson
bad.
Was really good in
Wait,
that.
what
Yeah,
movie?
but that's it.
What movie?
Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Well, in the exact same way.
It's
that
a bunch of Seth.
everything else
It's a bunch of
Seth
Seth MacFarlane jokes in live action.
It's
But-
it's Family Guy. In
Is
the
it like
West.
Seth MacFarlane jokes that you expect to be on Family Guy that probably have been on Family
Yeah,
Guy?
I think it's
We're
all
here now.
it's all the old West jokes that he wrote on Family Guy that they never got to use.
Never made
What
it.
I don't understand is that it's all
It's no Blazing
somewhat-
Saddles.
Yeah,
What
it's
you're
all
saying.
somewhat period correct.
Mhm.
They're in the Doc Brown town, whatever that was.
Are they really there?
Yeah, they're in Valley
Hill Valley.
Hill Valley. So Doc Brown's in it,
Mhm.
as you know from the trailer. They
Yeah,
ruined
yeah.
it. The greatest ruin in the world. They could have just left that; everyone would be pumped, but they ruined it in the trailer.
Oh, like they always do.
Yeah. So then, so everything is somewhat period correct. Liam Neeson, he has his Irish accent.
Yeah.
But they kind of explain it how he's an immigrant.
Well, I mean that happened.
Yeah.
The
So-
McFlys were Scottish.
Yeah,
Irish,
it all
whatever.
it all
Scottish.
kind of makes sense. Everything fits except fucking Seth MacFarlane, who's like, "Hey, you see my car parked really far from the bar." I'm like, "How are you from Boston, buddy?"
So hard Boston, like 2000s
He's just like
dialogue.
He's in a brand new Western thing he bought at Kmart somewhere. This outfit is stupid. He's period correct. Like he's now 2016 Seth MacFarlane in a period movie. He doesn't fit in at all,
That is not cool.
and it pisses me off. And I hate his face. And he doesn't like. He's funny on, like in the cartoon, but
Yeah.
live action. It's just there's something about the way he looks. I'm like, you're not funny right now. Like
Because
well, now that I
you
can
expect
see
his
you,
face to be not that.
yeah. Now that I
Yeah.
can see you, you're just like you lost all the funny, bro. Like you're not funny in person.
It's tough,
Got
man.
a face for radio. This guy.
I think it's hard to make a good Western comedy, but it's harder to make a good Western comedy if you're reusing all your old jokes from your TV
Yeah.
show.
But even the teddy bear thing, that's all Family.
Yeah,
Guy
it's all
jokes.
Family Guy jokes. I mean, the first one I think had a bunch that you can go back to and be like, yeah, we've heard all these on Family Guy.
Speaking of fucking Jackie, fucking, he's not here to complain about Ted neither.
Oh yeah, he's got to drop a little water in there.
Yeah, he's out there hydrating your toilet.
Yeah, but no, man. I mean, I don't see his hate for Dolph. I don't see his hate for Jackie.
I can see
His
why
hate for
he doesn't
Timberlake?
like Jackie because Jackie brings nothing but Jackie. Because like,
Well, I don't think he hates Jackie.
The way
He
she
hates Mila
sounds,
Kunis.
the way she sounds, like the way Meg is Jackie is Mila. She's always
It's the same thing.
always
She's not
the
really
same.
tweaking the voice.
So I understand why you're just like I can't listen to this 'cause it sounds like Meg. I'm like
Be
yeah,
easy,
it
cowboy.
does. It does.
You're just like destroying the set.
Yeah.
I didn't break the chair.
Did you like?
No, you
did you
didn't.
like Ted?
No. Ted was fucking stupid. It was even worse than whatever else she's done.
Hey man, all the Flash Gordon stuff in Ted was gold.
Yeah, Flash Gordon's funny because he plays a crazy coke addict. That's
Yeah.
great.
Coked out Flash Gordon.
Oh my God, could you make any more Family Guy references? He literally recycles jokes from Family Guy in that movie.
Yeah, the first one. We were just talking
the
about
karaoke bullshit, the fucking... Ugh, like,
In the new Ninja Turtles movie, there's a shout out to Transformers in it.
Of course
which
there
makes
is.
me barf.
Of course there is.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, so it's like a product placement, or actually are they talking
it's a
about?
Transformer product placement, yeah. Because like there's like it's Halloween, and Mikey wants to go out
Okay.
and be part of the people. They can't. Leo's like, nah, we're in the shadows, blah blah blah. We're ninjas. And
Mhm.
Mikey wants to go out, and they can't. So there's like a Halloween parade, and Mike's like, "Oh, I'll fit in. So just everyone's in disguise," and so he sneaks out, and then he's running around in the parade, being a ninja. Everyone's like, "Oh, unbelievable costume! Is it lifelike?" He's like, "Yeah," and then the dude from the YouTube video, who's like the
What
motorized.
the hell does that mean? That is the most
the
vaguest
motorized-
description of
that's
anything
really-
imagined.
the motorized car. He transforms into a Hummer, but it's a dude.
Oh,
in
there's
the,
a guy in the suit, the Halloween, or it's a
Halloween-
cosplay
it's
thing.
cosplay
yeah.
thing. So he's in the movie.
Okay.
He's this Hummer driving around, this little Hummer, and Mike's like, "What the hell?" And it transforms into like Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, they share a pound and high five, and he transforms back, and he's like, "That thing's unbelievable," and it screws off, and like,
That's it.
You can't shout out your own fucking movie.
I don't like that, man. I don't like this shared universe bullshit either. This new Transformers, Michael Bay making like Rom the Space Knight and
like
Mask and G.I. Joe.
like it.
Well, I
Because
don't mind
they're
the G.I.
going
Joe.
to redistribute a new toy line. That's why.
I mean, we know that, but it's forced.
Yeah, I know.
It's total bullshit
it
because they're
is.
forcing the shit out of it.
Toys.
Man, and not good toys.
It's not. No, I know. They're not. Well,
Yeah,
they're
but
better
does
than-
it look like a
how
ball
many
of tinfoil?
toys-
Better than-
How
better
How
than
many
we
toys
had,
do
though.
they sell with Ninja Turtles?
probably lots,
Think a
man.
lot?
No, I don't think it's.
I
that
haven't
much.
seen any.
compared to the. I'll bet you
I
they
haven't
sell
seen a
more.
single kid playing with a new version Ninja Turtle toy.
No,
yet.
I've seen it, but the Nickelodeon version, the
Yeah.
cartoon, which
Yeah,
is
yeah. There were toys for
fucking
that.
But
awesome.
this is what I'm saying is
Super
that
good,
yeah.
there's connections to everything, right? They're probably who knows what toy company owns what, and then is an offshoot of what, and then like
Well, I
we'll
mean,
just pump
Do you
more
think they
stuff,
can
right?
make a second
Hasbro,
animated
I think,
film
is all
to
the,
continue that universe? Because with Leo in Cambodia,
no,
killing drug runners.
The original 4 movies are done. That's it.
But they could.
They're
they could keep
closed.
going.
They could, but they're not going to.
Just makes
What
me
they
sad.
should do is start a new universe with that cartoon line, the Nickelodeon cartoon line, which is just really good. That to me is
but
Ninja Turtles.
in the Ninja Turtles 4,
Yeah.
the animated one,
Yeah,
they tease.
it is
that
4.
It is, yeah.
It's
It's
4.
the continuation.
Yeah.
But they do tease that Shredder's still around. At the end, they're like, we're going to
Yeah,
come back. And
Karai says that to
Yeah.
him. Like there's an old foe.
oh, man, I was on board for that, man. I was on board.
Everything about that movie is great.
So good.
But-
Leo in the trees, like
Yeah,
Predator,
man.
just like
Oh,
snatching
God, it was
people
awesome. Raph with the ninja ball that doesn't do shit. And he blows a ninja ball, he can't get away because he's all banged up.
He's got the Iron Man suit on.
Yeah, man.
He's
Everything
like
about that movie is
Super
great.
Casey Jones, so good.
I can still watch any one of those
Michelangelo
sequels.
being a turtle.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping you were gonna get to with the Halloween costume. Like he'd be wearing a turtle head,
Yeah.
like a big Ninja Turtle head, walking
Damn,
around.
that was a good movie.
It was a solid little movie
So why can that animated movie be so good and the movies just fucking suck?
because they
Why?
can't.
Because they're made by Michael Bay?
Yeah, they can't. Michael Bay can't do shit.
You're not wrong, yeah.
Michael Bay has made, I think, maybe 2 movies that I enjoyed. That's it, and even like kind of vaguely enjoyed. I enjoyed The Rock.
I can't think of. Well, I mean,
But even then, that's so like when you go back now that you are like now that you have the knowledge of Michael Bay
Yeah,
that you do now.
If you do go back,
if you
it's
go
stupid,
backwards
yeah.
and find all his movies, you will
Yeah.
be like, "What is all this garbage?" Because I'm pretty sure I actually stumbled across The Rock one day,
I
going, "Man, I
still
could
don't hate
watch
The
that
Rock.
again." I love Connery, but Nicolas Cage is insane.
no man, but he was good in that.
He's
His love of like Beatles vinyl.
He's
Like, he's
Nicolas
all
Cage,
about the
that's all
Beatles
that matters.
vinyl. And Vanessa Marcel was his
Sean
wife in
Connery,
that.
Sean
Connery was
Sean
great in
Connery
that,
was
man.
Oh,
James
yeah.
Bond in that
Yeah,
movie.
he
I know.
exactly.
He was a British spy who got caught.
Yeah,
and
it's
they-
the best.
He was James
they
Bond.
disavowed
but
him.
it is
Yeah.
still
He was
like
James
all
Bond.
the fight scenes, the explosions, the epicness is just it's,
Still enjoyable.
It's I know, but
Yeah,
I'm saying
still
how-
enjoyable.
Was it
very
Kyle
Michael
Reese's
Bay.
last movie? Michael Bay?
No, dude, Kyle Reese has done a ton of movies since then.
Yeah, he did that
Dude, he directs and stuff.
Yeah, but what was the last
Grindhouse movie where he was the sheriff in that.
Yeah.
He's been in a few things since then.
Grindhouse.
Dude, he does a lot of B movies and stuff like Grindhouse.
He was
stuff.
in the other who's the guy, the Mexican guy? Robert Rodriguez. He was in his Grindhouse movie, right? The Tarantino Rodriguez movies?
I don't think I've seen that.
Planet Terror?
Is that Planet? No, it's not Planet Terror.
Yeah.
Death Proof was Tarantino's. Planet Terror was
Death Proof
Rodriguez.
is Tarantino, and he
I've
was in
seen-
Planet
I've
Terror.
seen Death Proof and not Planet Terror.
Yeah, he's in Planet Terror.
Death Proof, another one of my favorite fucking movies of all time.
Kurt Russell.
You know what?
Almost didn't watch it because everyone was like, "Oh, the movie sucks so hard." But it was Planet Terror.
Yeah.
I can remember who, maybe somebody. They were saying that it's fucking sucked. Stay away from it.
Well, it's not that it sucked, but it's
So
it's
I-
exactly what you want from that.
So I avoided
From a
them.
Grindhouse movie.
Yeah.
So I avoided them. Both,
I didn't enjoy it, but it was
thinking
exactly
it was garbage. So I avoided them both. And then one day I just kind of stumbled across Death Proof.
Yeah.
Threw it in, and probably one of my top 5
But,
favorite movies. I've watched it
it's
maybe
good.
30 times since then in like 1 year.
Yeah.
I can put in Death Proof at any time. It's got shout outs to Vanishing Point with the white Challenger, the duck from the Maximum Overdrive. It's from all the car movies, and I'm like I don't talk about it much in the show. But I'm a huge car guy.
Yeah, no. I mean, we should let people know that you are a massive car guy.
Massive car guy.
Rebuilding a 68.
But that's the thing. Like Tarantino's gonna, when he makes a movie like that, he's gonna reference the shit out of obscure stuff that he knows guys like you are gonna find out about. Right?
So no, for you, that's a big draw.
Yeah, I have the death-proof skull and lightning bolts. Painted into the fairing on my Harley Davidson.
Really?
Sweet.
Don't you have a skull in the front of the Mustang?
No, I have it on my pickup truck as well, but it's just a sticker on the truck.
You should put that on the car.
I have it.
What's in the front of the car? There is something.
It's a skull and crossbones.
Okay.
It's not the death-proof lightning bolt.
It's just a skull and crossbones.
It's a skull and crossbones.
No, but Death Proof itself is a movie though, beginning to end, right?
Good.
Whereas Planet Terror has got some weird cuts and shit to it. Like, I mean, the film in Planet Terror burns during Planet Terror.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like there's actual burning of the film, and it picks up like an hour later.
Yeah,
it's one of those weird things.
No, it was they would in both movies they did awkward burns where there was
it both
a
movies?
sex scene.
No, there was none of that in Death Proof.
Yeah, there was. When she's about to do the lap dance, and then she's like, "Ooh, I'll do a sexy dance for you," and then
the film burns.
It burns out and fades back in when it's like, "Ooh, that was a sexy dance," like it's a joke.
No, I don't like
and
that.
then on the DVD
version that I saw, she does it.
Yeah, in theaters it happens.
Oh, okay.
So
I haven't seen.
There's the director's cut or whatever where you get the whole lap dance.
Oh, that's the only version I've ever seen.
In Planet Terror, there's like missing scene, right? Where it burns out.
Gotcha.
I still haven't seen all of either of those movies, like beginning to end.
Your homework this week is to watch Death Proof.
I've got a lot of movie homework.
As a personal favor to me,
I will do that for you.
Watch Death Proof because I fucking love it.
I have screwed up homework on movies. I've seen a lot of movies.
You haven't seen Saving Private Ryan?
I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan.
Dude, just get it over with.
I know, man. It's not like I'm.
Is it still here?
I think it's on my shelf in my room.
I lent it to you. It's here.
It's here right now, with a working DVD player behind him.
I've done everything I could to facilitate this happening.
Found out today that somebody I know has not seen Dredd, and he's like, "Oh, I decided to pass up on it," and I almost slapped him in the mouth.
Dredd?
Yeah, right in the mouth.
Yeah, Carl Urban.
They got a remake, greenlit. I'm not a remake.
Well, yeah.
It's
we were just talking about that.
greenlit.
I thought it was good to go.
There's a lot of rumor. There's
a
lot of rumor discussion and buzz now.
Damn.
Urban won't stop talking about it. Yeah. But I mean, they did talk about doing maybe a Netflix series, and I think that was legit. Like the actual talk about a Netflix Dredd series was legit.
Didn't I post it on the convo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the conversation.
Oh, I want it so bad. That was so good. I like how they didn't explain anything.
Yeah.
The movie just starts.
Picks up and
they
goes.
just assume you know.
Yeah.
Let's do this. No explanation. No backstory. I'm just going to assume you're on board and let's get right onto a mission.
Was that the problem?
No, that was good.
No, I know it was good for us because we give a shit about it. I mean, we don't need to see Batman's parents die every single goddamn time.
You don't need to see Judge Dredd is just a cop in Mega City 1. Yep. That's all you need.
That's all we need to know.
They don't explain Mega City 1. They don't explain how the world sucks. They don't explain anything. Just movie.
But is that why
it
bombed?
Away you go.
I think that's why it bombed.
No, man. I think it bombed because it was rated R and they complained about that, and it didn't get it was too obscure. I guess people.
You could argue Deadpool's pretty obscure too.
Yeah, but Reynolds
Deadpool's really funny.
Ryan Reynolds is really well known.
Shit out of that movie.
He really did.
But he also promoted himself, man.
Yeah,
Dredd wasn't funny.
And not everybody.
There's no laughs in
there
is.
Dredd had some pretty good chuckles, man.
Compared to Deadpool, though.
Well, Deadpool's a comedy compared to Dredd.
Yeah. I still think Deadpool is a comedy.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
What is the genre of Deadpool?
It's comedy.
It is
comedy, action, whatever.
Yeah.
There's genre mixing now, but
dude,
there's tons of comedy in Dredd. What about when he's like, wait? He's like, the mighty Dredd is about to die, and he wants me to wait. Why? So you can beg? He's like, no.
So she can shoot you.
She can shoot you. Come on. And then he gets up and he's like, first aid kit. Done.
It's a pretty good movie.
Dude.
It's got a lot of gold to it.
They blow up an entire floor.
Yeah.
And then he walks out with her lead guy, throws him over the edge, and then walks back in. They're scared now. They're legitimately scared of this guy.
Dredd is a solid... If there's one thing that I could personally accomplish with this, be bringing Dredd... If I could use this as a platform to hype up Dredd 2...
Yes.
I would be a happy man.
Well, I couldn't believe Ghost and I were sitting there talking to our friend Dean, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know." I'm like, "You're an idiot. Go home and watch that right now."
Yeah, man, that's a good movie.
That's a movie that I can honestly say in the last 5 years I've watched 10 times.
And I'll tell you,
very good.
Maybe like the only movie where I wasn't completely angry with the 3D the entire way through.
I did not. I avoided the 3D still.
The 3D in that movie is actually really good.
Even when you watch it on Netflix, the CGI doesn't look terrible. It's palatable.
Still post-production 3D.
I don't know, man. I did not hate the 3D in that movie.
Scenes and stuff like Avatar is designed for 3D.
Yeah, Avatar was like OCD 3D.
It was really good.
It was really good.
The only time that 3D was properly done, but they did.
But you'll never be able to watch that at home. Ever.
No, true.
I've watched it on a regular
Not that
TV.
you want to watch that.
Yeah, but I did once, and I thought,
Avatar's the kind of thing you go see at the theater.
I actually
like, wow. Then you never watch it.
Yeah, but I watched it at home, and then I thought it was an awful movie.
Dude, I've seen Pocahontas.
It's not great. Yeah, I've seen Pocahontas. I don't need to watch it again. It's not Avatar is not a great movie, but it's a technical marvel.
Yeah, the visuals when it came out with the 3D was so well done that a lot of the times you don't. things are happening so well in the 3D that you don't even realize. You really feel you're there.
Here's my
with a lot of the times
beef.
post-production, it sucks.
Yeah, the post-production. But here's my
Sucks.
beef with the Avatar 3D.
The forced perspective.
Is the forced perspective of making me focus on what's in the foreground. My eye wants to focus on the background, but it's blurry.
Yeah, you're looking at the character, phone rings, your eye goes over to the phone.
It's
the
blurry.
phone's out of scene, so it's blurry. You're like, my head hurts now.
I don't mind it when you focus the lens. Because then, I know the director or the filmmaker is going to make that happen. I'm going to look over and my focus will be forced towards it.
Yeah, but if you go look at the painting in the background and it's blurred,
blurry.
Your mind is trying to focus and it just won't. You're like, fuck my head.
Yeah. No, we've bitched about this a lot of times.
Terrible.
That's my biggest problem with that
Terrible,
particular brand of 3D.
Agreed.
Yeah.
From Immortals, the worst. Probably the worst.
Man, Immortals is all right. Clash of the Titans.
Oh, yes.
Clash of the Titans.
That was the post-production one
where they
that really
released
screwed everyone up.
They released it. They're like, no, hold on. Let's get it back. And do
Bring it
like
back
15 minutes of post-production and made it 3D and send it back out. And the 3D was like, the characters like...
The hair was in the foreground.
Yeah,
like the hair that should be
character
background.
would be 3D, but his hair was blowing in the wind in the background. You're like, oh man, this is messing with me.
But they're gods,
so
man.
bad.
They're gods.
They're gods.
That's why.
Such a bad movie.
And G.I. Joe, didn't they pull
Gods
G.I. Joe back for a year? Or the second one?
Yeah, but they went back, at least did it. They did a normal job of it.
I like the G.I. Joe sequel.
It's not bad, man.
Because
The
Bruce
G.I. Joe
Willis.
sequel is okay. It was a cute little movie.
Is there just 2 or 3?
Cute? Ugh.
Is there
Gross.
2 or 3?
What? No, because Bruce Willis and because The Rock.
The Rock was good.
Has
And
there been
G.I. Joe.
only
Bruce
one?
was G.I.
Has
Bruce
there
Willis
been
was
only
G.I.
one?
Joe.
Has
Two
there
of
been-
them.
There's been 2 now.
Yeah,
There's been
two
G.I.
is
No,
like they saved
two
the day.
movies.
Yeah.
Not 2 sequels.
There's one sequel.
Because I sometimes think that the Rock one, that there's 2 versions of that.
No,
No,
that's
just the one.
No, you're probably getting Fast and the Furious mixed in.
Yeah, I think so. Because he wears the
he's
same outfit.
guy.
And he's Hobbs.
Yeah, him and Charming Potatoes are sitting on the couch playing Call of Duty or something. I didn't watch that all day.
But dude,
Yeah, man.
The banter between The Rock and Charming Potatoes
It was
is
solid.
unbelievable.
It was solid.
Charming
what movie is
Potatoes,
that?
Underrated.
Wait, in
buddy.
G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Before was it? He's Duke, right? Before
He's
Duke
Duke, yeah.
dies.
But man,
Well, they're
frickin-
saying he might not be dead now.
Well, we never saw a body.
Yeah.
Wait, did we?
I don't think.
I think he got shot.
I haven't seen that in forever. I just remember because G.I. Joe was actually.
Oh no!
Bruce Willis, like
he,
first G.I.
he
Joe.
hides behind the Jeep, and they blow the Jeep.
The
up,
Jeep
and
blows
you're-
up while he
you're
watches.
assumed- You're assumed he's close to it, and he dies.
That's right.
But they don't actually ever see the body.
No, you're right.
Does that happen in the cartoon? Does he almost die in the cartoon or go away?
No, I think Duke does die in the cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, or at least in comic book. God, we have a. I think Duke dies.
What do you got in here?
And,
Have we hit any of these
No,
things
dude.
in?
No, you
yeah,
guys
hit
are
a bunch
talking
of
about the
that
most random ass shit ever today.
But that's why
It's
we do
hilarious.
the show.
That's why we do the Sunday show.
Yeah, but I know,
So,
but it's like
The Thursday
but you
show
go,
is focused. This one is random
I don't know.
as fuck.
Yeah, but it gets. Ugh.
That's why we do this one.
Yeah,
You-
it's
what
pretty
was it?
random today.
Cody, I saw Cody last night. He went to Cody Schmeiler.
Yeah.
The
Is he
Schmei
back in
Pine.
town?
He's always around, yeah. The
Yeah.
Schmei Pine.
I thought he was somewhere else.
He stopped
I was
by
like,
to bring
Vancouver's
little
like
baby Hugo around.
That
And,
kid is adorable.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody.
Parents.
Yep.
We'll throw some photos up of Cody and the wife there.
Yeah, so
That's,
then,
that's a genetic marvel.
Yeah. So then we were just shooting the shit up all kinds of stuff, and he was just like, first and foremost, I'd just like to say congratulations on the podcast. It was
Yeah, right
fantastic.
on.
He's like, I don't watch movies, I don't read comic books, and I listen to every minute of that. They're really entertained.
Well, that's good to hear.
So I was like, here's a dude who doesn't understand anything we're talking about, and really enjoys it. So
There is some
kudos to
speculation that Channing Tatum will return in G.I. Joe 3.
Yeah.
Wait, is he going to do that before or after MIB 23
What?
Jump Street?
Did that get greenlit?
I think it
Yeah.
is, man.
For
Men
real,
in
real?
Black 23, like
Yeah.
23
Wait
Jump
a minute,
Street?
like
23 Men in Black, yeah.
wait a minute, what?
2-3 MIB?
Like
Yeah,
it's going to be
2-3
Channing
MIB.
Tatum and Jonah Hill playing.
You will refer to him as Charming Potatoes in this show.
Channing
Charming
Taters?
Potatoes.
Charming Potato.
Can I just say charming taters?
Charming
gonna-
Taters?
Haters gonna hate,
No, no.
Channing gonna tate.
Boston style. Wait, say that again without
haters,
interruption.
haters gonna hate, and Channing gonna tate.
I like that. Charming Tater.
Channing's gonna tate.
You can call him Charming Tater.
Charming taters.
Charming Tater.
Hey, how's that charming taters fella? He's a good like
That Charming
Hey,
Tater.
Did you see that? I don't know what I did with it, but there was I guess an internet meme with Jonah Hill and Charming Potatoes. We're on a beach somewhere, Miami, let's say, but it could be anywhere. Some fancy schmancy beach in there.
All right.
They're walking up it, probably during production, and all the girls lose their shit and want photos with Magic Mike and everything. So he's out there with the girls, and he's taking the 600 photos, all the girls in the bikinis, and then in the background is Jonah Hill sitting in the sand.
Oh, that's harsh.
In real life?
Nobody
That's
gives-
it's
yeah.
real life.
Nobody
yeah.
gives.
That's
a fucking
harsh.
Man, I
shit
lost all
about
this weight. Nobody cares.
Man,
He's
he
putting
put it all
now.
back
Yeah,
on,
he put it all
man.
back on, yeah.
Which is rough. I don't know why they gotta make fat people stay fat in Hollywood.
I like my fat people fat.
I do, but I mean, come on. That guy wants to drop some pounds. They won't let him.
I
It's
know,
like Kevin
but
James. Kevin James and his CGI muscles.
I will flip this table right now with this fucking.
What movie is that
CGI
again?
Muscles.
Bring the noise. Or
Bring the noise.
If it wasn't,
What is that
Here
movie
Comes the
called?
Pain.
Oh,
Here comes the boom.
whatever.
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom.
Okay,
If it wasn't for Boss Rutan saving the fuck out of that movie, I would burn this whole place to the ground.
Why-
because of
why
his
I
CGI
will
muscles.
stand by it though. That is so far the best mixed martial arts movie
Sure.
that I've seen
Because of
in
Boss
time.
Rutan.
No, in general, man, because the other ones take that shit so seriously that they do it
They
wrong.
take themselves extremely.
They take them
Yeah,
way
but
too
why
serious.
wouldn't you take an opportunity like that to get fucking ripped?
Well,
I think he did lose.
I think he
quite
lost a
bit.
lot of
Good
weight.
for you.
And I don't think they were
Good for
as
you.
CG as you
I
think
don't
they
give a
were.
fuck.
They were CGI'd muscles at
I don't
the
think
end,
they were
buddy.
as
They
CG
said
as you
they
think they
were,
were.
though.
But
Didn't they say they were?
nah, man, he's a pretty thick guy for his
I
height.
feel like they just got they worked on his shoulders. They just
I
got him
think
some good
so.
shoulders.
No,
Look, when I was chunky and I
were
started
like, let's
really
be-
lifting heavy, my shoulders got
I'm
round.
seriously, I
Yeah.
just
Like,
feel like that's where your
I think-
chest,
I think he
shoulders.
could.
You know,
he just looks like his regular self. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously a bit slimmer, but still portly, round.
Yeah.
Kevin James
Yeah.
peels off his shirt. And he's got 6 packs and he's got obliques.
The six packs
he's got
was definitely
he's got
fake.
strongman
The
body.
six packs were fake.
He's strongman muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, in the
But I
Bad
totally buy that
Neighbors-
his shoulders got
the
big.
Bad Neighbors sequels where they paint the abs on fucking
Yeah.
pot guy there.
What?
What's his name with the pothead that we met?
It's Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
Where
he
they-
draws the abs on
They draw the abs because
Really?
as a joke to be funny. Like
Yeah,
he
they draw the-
intentionally
Oh,
draws
so
like
it's
bad
they don't
abs.
like they don't
They're not
CG
airbrushed.
abs. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're at a beach party and because he's hanging out with that Disney
That
loser.
Jack little kid there.
Yeah,
Efron.
So they're hanging out with Efron. He's fucking just demolished Jack.
Yeah.
Unbelievable Jack. So he's just like he paints the muscles on himself.
I'm okay
and they
with
go
that.
out to the beach party. That's what Kevin James looked like with the CGI.
The abs were weird. They were definitely weird looking because they
And,
never
like,
showed them
the
up
traps,
close.
The traps are all huge, and then the long shots they're back to no traps, and then the close shots they're huge again.
They,
I'm like, what?
they did say he lost 80 pounds for that movie.
he did. Yeah,
He
he was
I
significantly.
like how you are actually looking this shit up on your little phone there.
I'm
try to
trying
find a photo of his
No, it's
CGI
good, man.
muscles.
But you don't know they're CGI muscles.
Dude, watch the
I don't
movie,
think they
man.
were CGI as you think they were. I think they were
I
embellished,
literally typed in.
but they weren't lied about.
They weren't.
They were
real.
not a lie.
Hey, I typed in
They were
Kevin James
embellishments.
CGI muscles, and I didn't get any CGI muscle.
Here
pa-
Comes the
pages.
Boom did not show up.
I got Kevin James lost 80 pounds for Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah.
That's what
He
I got.
was significantly better shaped. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot leaner. But being a thick little cat.
Until the final fight scene where he fights Christoph Schwinzinski.
Yeah,
like,
who was so
but-
jacked.
But I mean,
He's
okay,
unbelievable,
here, look, like
What happened to that guy?
they might have worked on his biceps, his chest a bit.
his vein right there?
Share at the class.
Goddamn.
Dude, you can get a pretty vascular bicep vein for a shot.
Yeah, I think so.
James, man.
Like, I know, but I'm saying for a
I like
movie,
how the biggest guy at the table is the most critical of the biggest guy in the movie.
I know how it is, man. They don't fucking know. You can't. It
Yeah, but
took you 7 years
for,
hanging out with the
for
Rock
movies.
to get
How do you know they didn't just get him to like they got him on a bunch of caffeine and they got him to do arm curls for 2 hours?
Just
before he
curls,
went and
nothing
did-
but curls.
Did this,
Yeah.
you know, for a shot? Like
I mean, he
it's-
could have dropped some Winnie.
No.
You never know.
No. See,
Oh, dude, Anavar.
Oh, totally, yeah,
He
totally.
could have taken Anavar for 3
Yeah.
months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
I for sure.
Absolutely.
Especially hanging with Boss Rutan, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to.
He's big on the game.
Boss Rutan's gonna be like,
Boss
okay, first
Rutan, who
off,
can't remember anything,
Yeah,
but
he's
is
like,
jacked for his age. I mean,
you're-
that guy's.
I hate you and you're fat. Go on steroids. I'll train you. That's what he probably said to him. Like,
Well, Boss was always
They're
the
buddies,
guy.
though.
He was.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
he was
Yeah.
always the sit young.
The show.
Sit Yatong.
Yeah.
The
No,
Jack.
but he was on King of Queens.
Yeah.
Boss Rutan had a couple. They've been buddies for a while.
Rampage was on that, and Dan Henderson.
Yeah, that's right. In that bar fight,
Yeah.
they beat the crap out of him and his buddies.
Yeah, they slide him across the bar. Damn.
That's a good fight.
I think we need more Dan Henderson in movies.
We need more Dan Henderson in everything.
it was
No.
Dan Henderson.
Mixed martial arts legend Dan
Hendo.
Henderson. Hendo, buddy.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with him? He went. Where'd he go? He went to Bellator?
No, he just knocked out Cuban guy there, Hector Lombard,
No way.
on the Bisping undercard.
Really? I
He
should have watched
He knocked
that.
him out with a fucked up elbow.
That is something.
Like he went.
A
to,
Dan Henderson elbow
Oh, yeah,
knockout?
I've
yeah,
seen this guy.
they're calling it the Henbo. Because like
What?
he's
I hope you know. I probably just zoomed in on you chuckling like that.
because a long time ago he knocked out Michael Bisping in probably the best knockout ever.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, the most enjoyable.
Flying
and then,
forearm.
And then when he's knocked out on the ground, he jumped in the air and then smashed his skull in afterwards.
Just to make sure he's
and
dead,
that,
hey?
and,
Just
and that,
like-
that silhouette of him jumping through the air is now Hendo's logo.
they're
I'm
gonna
not good for
they're
this
gonna
man.
teach that move.
So then there's no
People.
teaching that. That's just
They're
like
gonna-
kill,
they're
crush,
gonna-
destroy.
Yeah,
man.
they're gonna teach him.
So
that's
then
just jump in the air and land on your
Hey,
opponent.
Superman Punch isn't a real move either.
it is, yeah.
It kind of is.
It is, yeah. It's a real move. That's what they call it.
It's based on a fictional character who may or may not actually do that in the comics.
Well, they call
he
it a
totally
super,
does.
They call it a Superman punch because you're flying. with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
No, but that
that's the only
motion-
reason, right?
Yes,
that
yes,
motion
yes,
has
yes.
been in video games.
Because you're doing like the
It's because you're
Superman
flying
punch in the air.
Yeah, you're flying.
So why
Just
can't
same
he
as,
just why
same
can't
as the Batman punch?
why can't guys just practice the?
Okay,
fucking-
wait. What?
There's no Batman,
Batman
punch.
punch.
There is
the
no
Batman
Batman punch.
The Batman punch is a Superman punch, but you jump off the cage to do it. because Batman can't fly.
I don't believe you.
Okay, wait. Are they
it's
cool
a
with that now?
I think
Are
that's an
they
inside
like
joke.
cool with the cage jumping, all that kind of shit? Because remember when what's his name did it? Strikeforce? No,
It's fine.
Strikeforce, right?
Yeah, it was Numbnuts Bettis.
Yeah.
Bettis.
Pettis comes off the cage with a kick.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Oh man, I didn't realize that was.
You're not allowed.
I don't know why I thought that wasn't
You're
allowed.
never allowed to use the top of the cage.
No,
So
obviously.
you can't like.
No, you can't get height.
No, but you can use the cage.
You can't jump off the top rope.
So a Superman punch, you'll jump in the air and you'll use the momentum. You're switching your legs.
Yeah.
To drive that punch forward, and because you're flying, it's Superman.
Well, it's the fake out. It's the fake out to the torque.
And they call the other one the Batman punch because Batman can't fly.
Yeah.
So if Batman wants to punch someone like Superman, he's got to jump off the cage to do it. So Batman, as you're going backwards, getting closer to the cage, as you're coming backwards to the cage, you jump, put your back foot to the cage, you spring off the cage, and you punch the guy just like a Superman punch, but that's a Batman punch.
I'm not cool with that being called a Batman punch. That's dumb.
But I think that there is no actual evidence of that. I think that's a little inside joke or word thing with you guys and your MMA stuff.
No, I think that's probably becoming like a real thing. But I'm just not cool
I've
with
Googled and I have found nothing. I found how to make Batman punch. Dude. Like how to make Batman punch.
How to make him punch you?
No, like punch,
the
like
drink?
the drink.
Oh, the drink.
Yeah, there's Batman punch.
How
is it blackberries?
What is in Batman punch?
Gotta
I
be
want
blackberries.
Batman punch.
I hope it's blackberries and rage, angst, dead parents.
The blood of your dead parents.
No, the blood is dried up. He's a little kid.
The blood of
in
your
there.
enemies.
The blood of your enemies.
Thousand.
No, Batman doesn't kill. There would be no blood of his enemies.
Yeah, he doesn't have to kill to draw blood.
He beats them to a bloody pulp.
He cripples them.
He kills a
For life.
shitload of guys. Hey, did you see the logo for the new Justice League movie?
No.
It looks like the new logo for DC Comics. It's almost like they're trying to lighten that shit up a little bit.
Like the what?
Look that up. There's a new DC Comics logo. They had a few in a row. They had that one that looked like a Maytag logo. Then they had the original Bullet. Then from the Bullet they went to a Maytag logo. The Maytag logo they went to a Turning Page logo. Turning Page logo.
Well, because the movie
Who's
logo.
that,
and then the new one is.
Sorry
go
to
ahead.
interrupt real
No,
quick.
that's cool.
Who's that fighter with the goddamn awful Johnny Cash tattoo? Drawing a blank.
Oh,
You know the
retired now. Yeah, the ugliest shit one.
Yeah, he's the one who like started doing the Batman punch.
Just Google that. Fighter with
just
the ugly ass
maybe
Johnny
his
Cash.
name.
Dude, I can't remember. I can see his face.
So can I. Can't remember his name.
He got it repaired, didn't he?
Yeah,
Got fixed up.
It's still shitty though.
Oh,
He's the one who called Tim Hague a goober.
What a polite insult.
Yeah,
That is polite, man.
they were at the weigh-ins or a function.
How do you call Tim Hague? You obviously don't know Tim Hague.
he's a
If you're
goober.
he's not a goober.
He's a big goober.
He's a lovable guy.
Yeah, which is a goober.
I wouldn't call it a goober. To me, a goober is the kind of guy who like guffaws when he laughs.
Do you mean sorry to
You telling me Tim doesn't?
Oh no, man, I wouldn't say that
like
at all.
isn't there a guy named Goober in a movie?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Who is probably
Let me
a
tell you
goober?
something. I've met Tim on numerous occasions. Every time I'm pretty sure he has no idea who I am, and he's always been nice to me in a non-goobery way. That guy's just got time for everybody.
Alan Belcher.
Alan Belcher. Tim is not a goober. He called Tim a goober?
Yeah.
Aw. I don't like that.
They're at like a fighters meeting or something before one of the UFC fights, and he is just like, he was saying like, oh, you know, I'm awesome. People don't realize how awesome this is.
Yeah.
You have a guy like fucking Tim Hague was in the goddamn UFC. Dude's a goober.
Whatever, man.
How was that guy on the pay-per-view? Dude's a goober. I'm not on UFC. I'm on the pay-per-view. I'm like,
There are some guys who I'll call out.
Dude, that's just a little bit of envy in his.
That's what it is, man.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
it
guy.
is.
Tim's a heavyweight, and people always care about the heavyweights.
Yeah, man.
But he called him a goober.
Yeah, Belcher's
And when
goober.
I told Tim about that, because Tim didn't know about that, and I saw it on the forums, I was like, hey, man, Alan Belcher. Because I was doing Tim's training camp with the Chris Toucher.
Okay, yeah.
So I was showing up from time to time to help work with him. And I was like, hey, man, Alan Belcher called you a goober. And at first, Tim was like, I don't care. He's like, oh, like, what do you mean? Like, how?
We got a lot of goobers in town.
Goober.
In the MMA world. I will say he's not one of them.
He's like a big, lovable.
He's a happy-go-lucky dude.
Yeah.
He's a happy-go-lucky dude.
Translated, could be a goober because he's big and happy.
I don't know. To me, a goober's got a distinct look. It's like if Forrest Gump were 240 and 6'8", I don't think Forrest Gump was a goober.
Which logo?
Tim is like gorilla size.
Just go new DC logo.
But I did. Oh, new DC logo.
Yeah,
Wait,
new DC
you're
logo.
saying the DC logo is looking more like the JLA logo?
Yeah, well, the JLA logo is definitely modeled to look like the DC Comics logo.
Oh.
So we've gotten all over the map near the end here.
We have, yeah.
So I think that's a good place to
Yeah, you guys are
to
nuts.
say we've gotten into conversation that shouldn't be recorded for anybody's entertainment unless they think we're a bunch of goobers.
They should make Judge Dredd 2.
Yeah, Batman punch.
That's my closing
Jumping
argument.
off the
Stop
cage.
it. That's dumb.
There's no such thing as Batman punch, bud.
Just jumping off the
I
cage.
want to thank
It's made up.
Handsome Dan
That's what people
Yeah.
call it.
and Southside Strangler for joining me today on the wrap-up, Sunday Night wrap-up
It's a
podcast.
true story.
It is a true story.
Mhm.
Everything you've heard tonight is true.
I'm going to cut
True
a bunch
fact.
of crap out probably.
Well, how many minutes we have?
Cut her down to a half hour.
I don't know. We're probably down to like an hour and a half. It's 9:30. Well, it's
just after
9:10 now.
I think we're superstars.
Yeah. We have probably already faded out by now.